Why ain't you doing the show controls no more, motherfucker?
Boom.
Whoa, why is it
Oh,
just what happened?
are you there?
Yeah,
It
I'm
says
here.
we're
I'm
live.
like, huh? We're live.
It's saying we're live.
Can you see me? Okay, if I
I
go
can
full screen, it's just my own full screen.
Now, if you go to my picture and go to show controls, it'll do my full screen.
Oh,
It should at
oh,
least. So I kind of screwed up the last episode, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucked up. I blew it.
why?
I told everyone we were on episode 65, and we really weren't. We are on
I
episode
think I did that.
64.
I think I did that on the last episode with Austin that I did. I said like 14 and it was 13 or some shit like that.
It happens, man. It's hard to track these episodes, man. But
Yeah.
everyone, welcome. We are back. This is episode 65. The big 65.
Yeah.
What has been happening, brother? We haven't done a podcast in a few weeks. It's been very busy here in California and all over the country. But mainly, we just got a lot of shit going on.
There's so much going on, man. It's crazy everywhere, but it's just a wild world, bro. We're fucking shooting from the hip. We're just fucking rocking and rolling through it, man.
I like it,
So
though. That's the way it should be. We should always shoot from the hip. You know what?
that's
What
it.
do we got to lose?
If anything, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like fuck it. Planning stuff right now has no rhyme or reason. It's just not gonna happen.
It's impossible, man. It's really hard to plan things, to get things organized, to try to get a group activity together where you're traveling is really, really hard nowadays for some people.
Yeah, I don't even have like a group that I would travel with now, so like I have no idea what that's like.
I take offense to that, Chad. You wouldn't travel with me as a group?
I would. I'd meet you somewhere, but I mean, we're not like all going somewhere together, you know.
Yeah,
We
it's more
had
destination, right?
though your bachelor party was pre-COVID, right? I mean, it was actually
Oh,
COVID was going on in
it
China.
just yeah, it just
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, and we got the last live UFC pay-per-view, man. And that all worked out. We all did good on that.
We're really blessed with that. I don't know how we managed to make it to the live crowd with people. Are you sharing this on your personal page? I'm sharing this in a bunch of groups right now. Brotherhood of
Oh, okay.
Budo. Hopefully they all get on. We need some guests like Rich Flores would be a great guest.
He is
Uh,
a good guest, man.
yeah, we should really
For
talk
sure.
to him about that.
Uh fuck. Now it's coming through. How do I fucking share it?
Chad's doing rookie mistakes again. He has had a hell of a time trying to get all his
Fuck
podcasts
you,
going.
man. Don't shit on me, man.
No, it's
You're
all good. It's confusing
I don't know.
programs.
It's not shareable, bro.
What? No,
It's
you
not
just gotta share.
shareable.
You want me to share it to your page?
Share it to my page, dog.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I keep trying everything out here. Basically, I'm in fucking what happens is I live in such like an America that the
I'm jealous of the
non-American,
America you live in.
yeah,
Fuck.
so the non-Americans are shutting down internet in our area because they don't want everyone to know how free we're living and fucking like how none of this shit fucked us up like it did everybody else that's apparently on the news, which is just fucking big ass cities.
Yeah.
But we're fine. We've been fine, and they don't want us to know that. So they're shutting down they're making our internet weak up here. That's what it is.
Is that what
They
they're
don't want
doing
me
to you guys? That they don't want you
that's
reaching your population and your people out
it.
there. I get it,
They don't
bro.
want us talking. They don't want us talking to the big city folk, being like, "Hey, what's all this stuff going on? What's
Yeah,
going on? Like, what do
for
you mean?"
all the people that are watching from California, Idaho has bars open, like real bars with people and humans and shots and people
We done
hug
we
and shake hands. It's crazy.
restaurants. That's just been going on for a while up here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
it's
there were still a lot of businesses hurt, but it was nothing like what's shown on TV in all the big cities, like what you guys went through. Like that's what I don't think people realize is like it's just those large cities that like had all these catastrophes and like all the small towns are like None of that shit. None of that shit really happened. Like geographically, like 96% of America was fine.
Yeah. It's nuts, man. And it's just now starting to get a little more normal where people won't try to physically assault you for going into a business without a mask on. Like people get crazy here, dude. They'll try to run you over and like do crazy shit, dude. It's
It's just
fucking nuts.
it's self-entitled idiots, man. That's all they
Yeah.
are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, mind your fucking business.
Yeah. I that's the way
Like,
I am, man.
since when is like violence or like talking shit to somebody in public randomly or shaming them, like all those things are not okay,
Yeah.
regardless of your circumstance.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't matter,
you
man.
know,
It's
yeah,
wild.
it gave shitty people that have always like wanted to feel important a way to feel important.
Yeah.
That's
You're
it.
absolutely right.
Like
And
they're like the lazy people that were fucking doing nothing but playing fucking video games on their couch, fucking beating off in their basement, eating Cheetos, turning their dick orange. They became heroes. They're like, oh, I quarantined the whole time. Like, motherfucker, you quarantined the last 30 years of your life. Shut the fuck up.
turning your dick
Like,
orange. I like
yeah,
that. That's
you know what I'm
that's a
saying?
Cheeto dick. That's for all
That's
you people out there who doesn't know what Chad's talking about. That's for you
yeah,
red-fingered,
that's
orange-fingered Cheeto lovers.
that's the old joke, bro. Is they say guy keeps going to a doctor, his dick's orange, they can't figure it out. The doctor starts asking about his routine and shit, and he's like, "What do you do all day?" He's like, I honestly watch a lot of TV. I sit on the couch. He's like, "Okay, well, what? I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Are you going here? Are you working with chemicals, anything like that?" And he's like, "No, no, no." They're like, "Well, what do you eat?" He's like, "Honestly, I snack on Cheetos all the time."
Just a
It's
Cheeto
like, all
eater.
right. Yeah, you just fucking eating Cheetos and beating off all day, bro. That's why your
Just
dick's orange.
a
You know what I'm
dirty
saying?
Cheeto bastard, man. That's
Yeah.
fucking you know, if they're jacking off with the hot Cheetos, they're definitely burning their dick.
There's some
Like,
problems going on there, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe like if people are in like to like nastiness and snacking and obesity and shit, like there might be dudes that like I don't know eat hella Cool Ranch Doritos because that's what his girl likes. He just fucking beats off with the fucking Cool Ranch Dorito dick dog, and then she's like, "Oh, let me suck it
oh,
off like a finger." That's probably what happens in like certain circles.
Chad, you've gotten into sucking chip dust off the dick.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like quarantine, that happened in quarantine. Like
Maybe
people were getting
once.
creative. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure more than once, dog. You know what I'm saying? Good old, you know what I mean? Like a good old Funyun dick, Like,
Oh man. That's toasty, dude. That's gross.
oh, shit. Like he's just
Oh.
slide, like
What if
beating
he
off
put
with
the
it and
Funyuns on his dick
that's what
like
I'm
a
saying.
tower?
Sliding them up.
It's like Red Robin's
Get it,
Tower
bro?
of Power or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Asian
you
dudes are hella mad because they only get like 2 Funyuns on it.
Oh man.
That's fucked up, bro. Don't stereotype.
Yeah, you are fucked up, Chad. So a lot's been going on, man. Like all
Yeah.
so my cousin has put together this crazy event a couple weeks ago, and
Killing the game. Killing the game.
dude, it for throwing your first event, you think there's gonna be hiccups here and there. Dude, he made it work, no hiccups whatsoever, went as smooth as cake. Like that's the best thing you could ask for with throwing a big event like that, where people from all over the country are flying in. Like it's not just, like California people or people are driving 3-4 hours. No, these people are flying 4 or 5 hours to get there.
Well, and it's not very often that like someone's first event actually goes off on the date they intended because
Mm-hmm.
so many times that first event people get scared or they're not getting a turnout. It's not going to be what they thought. But so he rode the wave of fear and anxiety and fucking hit a home run, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass, bro.
From somebody that has thrown huge events and fights and put together events like that, dude, you're in shape right now. That's awesome. No, but for someone who's thrown fights and I mean, you understand all the stress that goes into planning a huge event. And I just
Yeah.
have to throw a huge shout out to JDub for making it happen, making it go down like it did, and having such a successful first time. That was fucking awesome. We
Dude, I
changed
mean,
people's lives. for sure.
Well, I mean, what's amazing is that, you know, you watch like success stories all the time. You see these athletes and stuff. You see people indulge. You see people find their calling, and a lot of people that are great at stuff might find their calling at 5 or something. Like the way Jason rolled into that, you know, was beautiful. It was like it's young in a career, but overall, like it's older than people think that they're gonna find a new way to be successful. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people, when he started that whole thing, the podcast Masters of the Hustle and all that, a lot of people think that that's too late in life and they might doubt stuff. Well, he was unbroken and unshook and truly had that much faith in himself to just continue and just with persistence and dedication and believing in himself and
Yeah, and the
being at a point
consistency, that's
that
key to everything, right? You're not gonna be successful at jujitsu, wrestling, fighting, archery, anything unless you have consistency. And
yeah,
that's the main thing that I can say that he is not wavered in is his consistency and putting out an episode every week and
yeah.
just planning and all of the different things that goes into a podcast and even growing a podcast. Like
Well,
it's really
and
hard to do for some people.
being unshook and unwavered like
Mhm.
by any hiccups or nothing, like that's probably the most underrated thing, like to the line of success and what he's doing is unwavering faith in yourself. Like
Mhm.
that's the hardest thing in all of it is like no matter what, I'm going to make it. Cause that's what breaks consistency. That's what breaks being persistence is those doubts and those moments where you're weak. But no matter what, I'm sure he had weeks where he didn't feel like he had good enough content, but he did the episode. I'm sure he had trainings that he didn't feel were as good, but he just kept going. Like that sense of grinding and persistence is driven strictly on faith in yourself and just,
Yeah.
you know, believing in the evolving dream and goal. And where he's going now, it's beautiful. And you've been here, you've been there with him
Yeah.
along that ride, helping him with the podcast, seeing the business grow. And now like you two being faithful to each other is now it's bettering both your lives as well.
Oh
And dude,
yeah.
for like for me sitting here in Idaho, you know, we're not around each other a lot anymore, but to see that and then like like the last event you said, and then all of a sudden Bobby's going out there. Then Bobby just flew with them to Minneapolis, which he
Yeah.
he called me about to break down about how Minneapolis is right now. We ain't, I ain't gonna fucking go there, but no, the event and everything was fine. He said that he went to, but just the city itself is in
Yeah.
shambles. But it was, you know, it's really cool to see that, and that's like that's what I love the most. You know, up here I'm working with
Oh yeah.
John, and we're bettering each other's lives. And I think that those examples are so rare now where everyone's like building with each other, like in one way or another, you know, like it's helping everybody. Like, and that's it's fucking cool, man.
Oh
It's the
yeah.
way
And you know, you can't really do it without, I mean, you could, but it makes it a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable when you got your friends along the way to support you and to be there with you. I mean, it makes waking up and driving uphill with a slab of granite and doing some crazy ass shit a lot more enjoyable when you got John by your side as opposed to some asshole who stinks all day, you know?
Oh, I can speak to that firsthand. I didn't have John by my side for 9 months, dude, and I was ready to fucking kill everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah. And so with having Bobby there, same thing, man. Bobby's just so reliable when it comes to being a good friend, you know.
yeah.
So
No,
he
he really
steps
is.
up when
Yeah.
he needs to, like nothing's impossible for him, you know, he'll figure something out. I mean, he's adaptable. I just can't say enough good things about Bobby being a part of the event, being a part of the company and the team that day and those 2 days. It was incredible, Chad. Incredible.
You know what excited me so much about seeing those photos and seeing that it was all real. Like you know what I mean? Bobby's there and
Oh
all
yeah.
that. Dude, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall to see the swag that Bobby carried because that motherfucker can own a roll, dog. He can own a roll.
He always does, man. And we were hanging out with all kinds of people from all over the place, CEOs, big time business people, and Bobby's just right there with us. And believe it or not, Chad, nothing changes with Camp 43 and Dave Pearson and Bobby Curley. We still bust out the guitar in the hotel lobby and play a set of music for everybody from across the country. We got to get it out there. So that's, I mean, dude, we had a good ass time. Me and Bobby were in a suite. J-Dub got us a nice badass suite for us to hang out in. And I mean, dude, it was just a great overall time, man. I can't say enough good things about it. I do got to say, he hired a hypnotist that came out. And this dude was on Mythbusters, and this hypnotist like proved the Mythbusters wrong. Like, you can be hypnotized. And go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, you can be hypnotized.
Well, you know, but it's a common myth, so they put it on the show, and he holds like several doctorates in hypnosis therapy, hypnosis, all kinds of shit, dude. And he had these guys laying on the fucking ground, like singing Journey in front of all kinds of people. He had them sniffing each other's shoes, like, dude, if their wives were there, he could have been like, bang that dude's wife, and they would have done it. Like, it was that fucking crazy. Like, I was blown away. I've seen hypnotist shows and things like that, and I'm like, man, those are okay, but nothing like this. This dude was on point. On point. You ever been hypnotized?
I tried, and it didn't work.
You don't relax enough, or what is it?
I think, well, what I've heard is, like, it was a public show. It was at that not Valley Brew. Where did we watch the Anderson Silva and
Valley Brew?
Chris Weidman fight? It was Valley Brew. Okay, so there they did a comedy show there, and then they had a hypnotist. And I remember, funny thing was, Nick Diaz was there. It was me, Nick Diaz, and my brother drinking together. And then they asked for people, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to get hypnotized. And I went up there, and I tried, and then, like, you know, he ended up getting me off the stage because it wouldn't work. But what I like, part of me was,
were you holding back? Do you feel like?
Yes. Yeah. I like almost didn't want to be hypnotized. I'm like, I don't want to be fucking made a fool of, though. It was, so if you have that in your mind, then you won't be hypnotized. Like, you have to want to be hypnotized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference, I think. And that's like why there's sports psychology and everything else. Like, you have to want it. And I didn't. And then it was, the funny thing though was, Nick was like, he was joking. He's like, it wouldn't work on you, huh? I'm like, no. And then he goes, it's because you trained MMA before. You can't be hypnotized. That's what he said. I swear to God, dude. That's what it was hella funny. But it's then funny. It was like, but fuck those motherfuckers, dude. My brother and Nick ended up talking shit on, they started drinking together and talking shit on me for like 40 minutes.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm like, fuck you guys, dude. And Nick's looking at me like, I'm not gonna fucking hang out with you two fucking douches, bro. Like they were just having hella fun, like fucking talking shit.
I will say this: your brother, he can get people wrapped up into shit talking stories about you for sure, dude. Like,
yeah, he did, bro.
Yeah,
Nick was dying laughing. He thought it was the best fucking thing ever. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Oh, hey, I do got to let everyone know we are live on Facebook, as long as Mark Zuckerberg isn't trying to rip us down, but we are live on Facebook. Go check us out. Somebody left a comment on our video, and it says, hey Dave, if you need any graphic designing help, then please consider me. That means she does not like our logo.
Yeah, we need graphic design help. We made that on a whim, you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
It was on a whim.
People just don't understand. You got to do what you got to do to get accepted, right?
That's it. We had to fucking make it quick.
So, but people that are watching for the first time who haven't tuned in before, you can comment on the screen, leave us a comment. We'll pull it up. We'll bring you in there. We'll let you know what is going on. Your boy Tim is watching, and Sylvia's watching. So good to have you guys a part of the episode. Dude, I got to see Sensei Eric today. Got to hang out with him.
Over there, huh?
Yes, I got to hang out with him. He's got what, 3 hip replacement, 2 shoulders. Like he's been doing martial arts for like 40 something years. Dude is
that. I think he was fucking throwing kicks before he knew how to walk.
Dude, he is still in phenomenal shape. Like, somebody would be stupid to fuck with that quote unquote old man. Very deceiving. Very deceiving.
I did, like, the thing that, like, God, that I wish, like, there's a lot of training and shit now that, like, people don't get, man. They the real self-defense. And that's what Sensei Eric used to teach, was real self-defense. And I loved spending those Saturdays with him, bro. Cause he, he's like, and then you fucking grab the fucking throat and then and he'd show like all I just see the comments pop up. Yeah, he'd throw like all kinds of dirty shit that like, no, you can't do it in a fucking cage fight, but like this is real street shit. And that's when he'd get pumped up, like, dude, like talking about what's actually practical in the street fights and why like the original jiu-jitsu was controlling the limbs so they wouldn't reach in your pocket and fucking you wouldn't get stabbed, bro, if you got a fucking gun or a knife in your hand. So those were the funnest days. And like I said, those Saturdays, dude, were like when Chuck Walker would come in, Sean Johansson would come in, Dave Hose would come in. Dude, we'd have like fucking Dave Hose would bring a playlist, bro. And it would be, I'll never forget. I would walk in and it was always a street clothes thing. And I'd walk in and there'd be like AC/DC or Poison.
Classic rock. Yeah. It was always a great classic rock.
Dude. And like, we would just go in there and just fucking have a hoodie and we wrapping each other up with a fucking hood and shit. And like, and that's when it's like, hey, like I always say, in a gi, like people talk shit, but I'm like, you're very rarely fighting your fucking underwear, dog. Like that only happens in a cage or like in the middle of the night, someone breaks into your house, which you better just shoot the motherfucker. So
or on ski beach, something may work for you because you're wearing shorts, but other than that, but I
it's fucking legit.
I will say though, man, Sensei Eric, it was so good seeing him, man. Awesome. He and what was even better was he's telling me he's still doing Goju and he's still doing karate, and he's taking a little bit of time off of jiu-jitsu, but he told me he's going back to it. And I'm like, that's fucking savage, dude. Like just being around him, man, it brought back so many good memories and catching up, man. I can't say enough good things about that guy. Just hearing his voice, I text you guys, just hearing that voice over the phone, man, it brought back that raspy little laugh that he has, like hearing all that brought back so many memories, man. I mean, we were kids back then. Kids.
Yeah. Dude, I was just talking to somebody, like, it's funny. I remember talking to someone older than me and him telling me, and it's crazy because it was right around that time that I'm like 23 or whatever. And him saying, I just wish, he was talking about high school though. He said, I just wish I would have known how fun it is to play hard. And I wish I would have went harder. And like, that's with me now because I wish I would have known how young I was.
Oh yeah.
Because to me, when I lost my first fight, I thought I was done forever.
Yeah. Career's over.
Right? You could never never be anything.
No one's going to give you a fight.
Yeah. Because you didn't go 10-0 first. Right. Mm-hmm. So I thought it there. And then by the time, like, I don't train for those whiles and I'm like 25, I thought like you're wrapped up. You're too old. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, I just was such in a stupid mindset. I wish somebody would have slapped me and told me how young I was.
I'm going to say the same thing, Chad. I mean, if you think about it, I text you like 11 years ago. And I told you, dude, my shoulder's fucked up. I'm retiring. I'm done. Like, I think I called you. I was like, I just dislocated my shoulder, bro. I'm retiring. And you're
I was there the night you dislocated your shoulder.
Were you?
Yep.
Dude, there's so many times I dislocated that shoulder.
It was the last one when you stopped training and then you got the surgery or whatever, right?
I dislocated it. I'm talking later when I was fighting, doing those Hooked on Endorphins shows, and we were going to do another one. We did the first two and we were going to do a 3, and I dislocated my shoulder again, twice within a couple weeks.
I think because I was going to get you to do the camo deal, right?
Yeah. You were going to get me on the camo cards after the first 2. And then I hit you up and I dislocated my shoulder twice. And I was like, I'll never do jiu-jitsu, fighting, anything ever again.
It's weird, dude. It's like, it's so stupid. Like now when I talk to different guys that are at the gym, I'm like, you're younger than you think, man. Like you're so much younger than you think. And like, there's guys that don't get into this sport until
30 years old.
They're done with other ones. And it's like, it's just a matter of like, if you just go as hard as you can. Just go as hard as you can, dude. Like never like the amount like I hate that like regret. Like even now, like I haven't trained in like a fucking month and I'm back to like, oh man, I'm gonna be so mad at myself because I am, but the last couple of weeks has been it doesn't matter. There's always gonna be excuses. And the younger you are, the truth is the less responsibilities you have. So if you are struggling to do it young, you're going to struggle more older until you're like 50 or something, and then everything's paid off and you don't have to worry about it as much. But yeah, anyway, I think about it all the time. Like us as young as we were at that age, but feeling like, we were older than we were, I guess.
Dude, thinking about all that, man, we shouldn't have been doing that shit at that young of an age. Like, you know what I mean? Like most
people doing more.
Well, you know what I mean? Most people at 18, 19, 20 years old aren't doing pro boxing fights or pro fights or anything crazy like that unless they're really committed to something.
But they didn't have amateur. So, and then it was like, honestly, like what I wish I would have done was fought in way more underground shows, like illegal shows. Never went pro and just kept fighting at like Neil's. Like I won at Neil's. Like to me, that should have been the route. Like so many of these underground smokers just going to those like every month, dude. Like just getting that shit under your belt. And then by the time you go pro, knowing what a crowd's like there, but it's different for each person. Like I wasn't good under the bright lights. Then you got Bobby Curley, bro, who fucking grew up wrestling. So those wrestlers are like levels above because they're used to performing constantly. Every week they have a match in front of people, going where they're going. So someone like him, boom, he was ready. He was crazy. It was something. We're all our own worst enemy.
Yeah. JC too, like going and seeing JC warm up for a fight and all that in the early days. Like, dude, it was so much different watching JC and then when I did it or I wasn't in your corner or anything, but I've heard you talk about it a million times, like just the amount of nerves and things that was going on, and Bobby's over there cool, calm, and collected.
Well, like it's a confidence thing too. Like Bobby just knew he was gonna kill the dude no matter what. Like I just would get shook by like, am I gonna choke?
Yeah.
I never had like a lack of faith that I could win. It was a lack of faith if I could perform.
Exactly. You had the ability to win, but it was performing under the pressure. And
like, I believe I could fucking like, I was always remember, like, I believed that I could beat anybody. But then when the moment would come, I would always be like, what if I choke? And I'd make myself choke.
It's that you're your own worst enemy. Like when it comes down to it. And I felt the same thing. I felt like I had more doubt in that second fight than anything else. That first one, I didn't even have time to get doubt in myself or freak out or anything like that. So I mean, same thing for me. I felt that energy. Like it's not that, I know my skills are there. It's just performing with the audience and the crowd and your friends and your family watching and your girlfriend or your wife or whatever it is, and I mean, it's something I think that people can get through. I think it's just a matter of teaching more psychology and fighting. More gyms don't do that.
Well, like, and I mean, just understanding that, like, it's individual. Like, a guy like Bobby, you don't really got to coach like the psychology part of it on how to win. But like, okay, like take Bobby, for example, you got to coach the part like, hey, you're supernaturally talented, but you're starting not to work hard in the gym anymore. Like, it's going to catch up with you. Like which Bobby should have won every fight. Like, easily.
Oh yeah.
But he wasn't training. So as his name got bigger, so did the competition, but his competition was working fucking harder. So that's when, talent beats, hard work.
Fuck that. He got screwed over on a couple of those. Like, just.
I mean, I think Kai Hollenbeck, he legitimately lost and he could have won that really easy. He almost had Kai Hollenbeck knocked out.
He had a dislocated AC separation during that fight. He should have never taken that. We got hurt a week before that.
Yeah, I know his show exactly, and he still like rocked him and
Performed.
fucking
Yeah.
took him down. Yeah,
Yeah.
and but you know, and then Wayne Phillips, you know, just overzealous. We've all been there,
Hey,
and
that
then
slam was badass though. He fucking had
yeah,
that full up in the air, all fours off the ground, like two
yeah.
legs and two hands off the ground. It was a
Yeah,
badass
I'm not
throw.
saying no. Yeah, it was badass. But like that was the crazy one about that was a thing in practice that he kept getting warned about, not running in between somebody's legs to get triangle.
Yep.
That's what sucked on that one.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
then
I mean it was all close.
Hunter Worsham, that one was probably one of Bobby's best fights because you've seen how much true heart that Bobby had. Because Bobby wasn't in the best shape for that fight. And
No, he didn't train very
he
hard.
was in that fight he was in a war on that one, dude. Fucking Hunter Worsham brought it to him fucking pretty hard, and Bobby had to fucking give him everything that he fucking had.
Bobby's elbows, like Hunter's on his back, Bobby was elbowing backwards. Me, my dad, and Dennis cornered him in that fight.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I mean, that was truly like that's when my dad became a fan of Bobby, and because my dad really didn't know. I'm like, Dad, I swear, because he thought Bobby was just like cockier. You know what I mean? Because you know he's confident, you know. But I'm like, nah. I go, Bobby's not like that, Dad. Like I'm telling you, like he is a fighter.
I remember we were talking about that on the way up to the weigh-ins for that. I rode with you and your dad. We went to Ultimate Fitness up there, and
my dad didn't believe that if he got in trouble that he would actually still fight. He thought he was just kind of like a dominant guy. And then I'll never forget, my dad's like, oh fuck, he's a fucking fighter. Like I had no idea he had that in him. And that's what I was telling him. I was like, I told you, Dad. I was like, I told you, man. He's not just a bully, man. He's for real. He's for real.
That was fight of the night for sure on that whole card.
Oh, that was a fucking great fight, dude.
Dude, went all the rounds. I mean, Bobby was cut early on. You had your dad had the nacho cheese sauce frozen, like because you guys forgot the swells, and I mean, you guys had it fucking.
But we had epinephrine. We fucking fixed that cut clean, bro.
Yeah, dude, that cut was nasty, dude. I remember what's the Uriah Faber's guy, the Hispanic feller that was fighting on that card too.
Danny Castillo?
Danny Castillo, yes. I remember he was around during those times, and dude, he was a fan of Bobby. If you ask me, I remember him coming up and like giving us love after that fight, and like, dude, that was a fucking war.
Dude, you know what's crazy? What I remember about that fight, and I wonder if Bobby remembers, we were fucking back there, and this dude is warming up, and he is fucking going ham on the mitts, dog. Just and he's just grunting, and we're like, dude, this dude's gonna be burnt the fuck out, bro. There's no way this dude's gonna be able to fight. Like he's going way too hard. He went in there and fucked that dude up in like a minute and a half. Now, if he didn't finish him, maybe he was burnt out, but that dude got himself so fucking warmed up and into the game, bro. I remember he was just get the dude. I mean, it was fucking it looked just like him warming up in the back. And he fucking won. And I was like, yo, I'm never gonna judge anybody again, bro. Because we all, Dennis, my dad, me, Bobby, they're like, that dude's gonna gas fast. And he went out and fucked the other dude up hell fast.
Yeah.
So dude, it's like, hey.
I remember Bobby was always down to give people advice, like when he was back there, and somebody was
so confident, cerebral. Like it's like, bro, you realize you're gonna fight too, right? He's like, yeah, let me help this guy real quick.
Yeah, I remember he just beat Ray Doxey in Santa Rosa, and we were at another fight, and Ray Doxey was fighting somebody, and Bobby goes up to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, you're fighting Ray Doxey." He's like, oh man, yeah, I just took him down, mounted him, just on top, threw hella punches. He couldn't stop it. So the dude goes out there and does the exact same thing and beats him the exact same way that Bobby beat him. Yes, it was incredible. I felt so bad.
I remember the Ray Doxey fight. Bobby was so mad at me and Sensei because we told him not to go for the mounted triangle.
Yeah.
And he was setting up the mount, and he's like, no. And then so Bobby kept punching, but he's like, I fucking had that mounted triangle. Like, it's like, dude, you won, bro. Like,
yeah.
But he was mad because he wanted to do the mounted triangle.
He won in some pretty good fashion on that fight. I remember I stayed with him up in the hotel before that. And
you know what's funny thinking about Bobby from those days, bro? How about the haircuts?
Yeah.
How about the swags and the hairline, dog? All the tribal designs. You know?
I did his first 2 haircuts like that.
Did you?
Yeah. He's like, hey Dave, I got this idea. And I'm like, all right, let's work on it. And we fucked around. It was awful, my first 2. But he eventually got it down. It was pretty tight. It was his thing.
Wasn't Ray Doxy when you guys fooled me the night before? And you called me saying, fuck Bobby, like all of a sudden there was Dr. Pepper gone and a bottle of Captain Morgan gone, and I found Bobby by the toilet and shit.
It was either that one or the one where Kenny was with us. That one was the Placerville one.
No, Kenny was at the Cage Combat. Oh no, we just went to fights.
Yeah.
No.
We would just drive up there.
Okay. So the one that Kenny was at where like we lost Kenny the next morning and had to go pick him up from a girl's house.
Oh.
Wasn't that the night Bobby beat Ray Doxy?
No.
Yeah. Dude, 100%. Because, okay, so I'm cornering Bobby, or was that JC's fight?
It was JC. Because I wasn't.
What it was. Because I was cornering it like, I feel like every fucking Cage Combat fight I had to corner at. And, fuck, in my cowboy boots. The Ray Doxy fight's the one where I rubbed Bobby down with the dry sponge. I forgot to wet it, and I just started rubbing it on his back. And I'm like,
you guys were dressing up to Cage Combat ones.
Always cowboy. I was in cowboy boots, a button-up dog, and jeans. Like
you guys wore suits a couple times. Remember?
No, I wasn't suits. It was just like
there was
dress.
Daniel and Greg were wearing 3-piece fucking suits, bro.
They might have.
Yeah, and when you fought at Neil's in the backyard on Bobby's birthday, and when Moses fought Rico and the power went out, we were all wearing suits that day too.
Yeah. That was a fucking fun one.
Yeah, that became our thing. Like anytime our friends fight, we wear suits to the fight.
Yeah, it was fun, man. God,
great times, man.
Yeah,
dude, man, so many good. I haven't missed one of Bobby's fights. Bobby's the one person I missed. JC's last fight, I didn't go to that one, but Bobby's, I've never missed a fucking fight.
I got to give props to Bobby's walkout for his first pro fight. So I remember going to that at the Stockton Arena, and the Expendables, some shit like fucking whatever that walkout song was.
It was Modest Yahoo, Lord Raise Me Up.
Okay, yep. Raise me up from the ground. And fucking dude.
Anthony wants a podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Contact Pearson Podcasting Productions and we'll set you up.
Anthony, definitely go with Dave, bro. Don't try to. I'm a failure in this. When the fucking goddamn liberals stop shutting down my internet, I'll be live.
You're too much of a risk, Chad.
I'm fucking definitely a risk. Every time I tell myself that I'm gonna calm it down, I get worse.
It's okay though. People like it, man.
And Anthony and honestly, Dave, like Anthony's got his 2 fighters that he wanted to get on and get more exposure to. So, but we'll get him on. That's Anthony Zuniga, ladies and gentlemen, owner of Muscle Supplements in Oklahoma. Goddamn,
Yukon, Oklahoma.
Yukon, Oklahoma. I order all my shit from him too, because I'll tell you like this, you guys, I still get it in like 2 to 3 days. Just like if I ordered it from Amazon, I get it from him sometimes quicker than Amazon. Like our Amazon ain't like the California Amazon, dog. Our Amazon is like, means that it's going to get to like your state. In Prime means like it's going to get to your state in 2 days. It's going to get to your city in another 2 days. And then it might sit at your city fucking delivery office, distribution center for a day or 2. Like our Amazon Prime is like 6 days, bro. That's a difference up here.
You got your podcasting stuff pretty quick though.
Yeah, well, 4 days. You know what I'm saying? You get surprised and you actually get that 2 days every now. Like it must like go by location and like, cause Amazon Prime was always 2-day delivery. No matter what, when we were in California, everything was 2 days or it wasn't called Prime.
Yeah.
Up here, it's like it'll say prime expected between June to July 27th.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That
Fuck
is
you,
awful.
man.
That is
but
awful.
anyway, Anthony's in a muscle supplements, and he always hooks it up. So he always puts in like some free samples and shit like that. So honestly, yeah, he's my
Look at the guy.
local
He knows about his supplements, man.
know
He
what the fuck
definitely
he's
knows
doing,
what the
bro.
fuck he's doing.
Boy fucking jacked, bro, in the fucking gym.
Have you ever got the chance to like work out with Anthony?
Nah.
Dude,
I don't really like working out with people.
I've worked out with Anthony. Anthony likes to bullshit every once in a while, so he'll like a good workout talker, you know. And I say talker because I can't fucking lift half the fucking weight, so it's not even fun.
That's the other thing. I've worked out with fucking people jacked like that, and my main workout is unstacking their weight.
Yes,
right. And then like fuck, dude. Like I'm tired of pulling all these plates off so that I can work out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That's exactly how it was.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a beast, man.
Exactly, dude. I remember like he's like, "Oh, do you want to do this one?" And I'm like, "I'm okay." like no way, dude. Like I'm gonna fucking die.
Not even one time.
No, not for me, man.
Put it this way, and this is like I'm really weak when it comes to like lifting weights. Like it's funny because like in the field for work, like I can pick up and move anything. Like I it's funny. I make guys look really bad. Like, and I always fuck with them. All the shit, guys stronger than me, bigger than me, everything. But when it comes to work, I can pick up and move anything. But that's like a skill and technique, just like I guess weightlifting is like. But me and Bobby went to 24-hour to work out. Bobby was able to lift heavier than me, and he's like, I fucking outlifted you, and I'm like, bro, like I'm strong, like with grip and like work stuff, but like when it comes to lifting weights, I just don't know how. Like, dude, I didn't even learn how to engage my core while working out till like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I probably still don't engage my core.
Dude, it's like you got to concentrate on it. So it was funny because like even doing sit-ups and all this shit when I was working out and training all the time, I never got like stacked abs, and I was always like, dude, I'm doing like 1 million sit-ups, but honestly, I was fucking doing them with my back.
Yeah. Yeah, probably hurting yourself more than helping yourself.
Well, no, I got a really strong back. But yeah, it's like it was just a totally different fucking deal. And now, like every time, like everything I'm doing, because I'm like, why aren't they doing hella abs at the end? And then you're like, fuck, I get a fucking crazy ab workout just from everything I do because I'm just holding it through everything. Like, and I didn't know how to actually engage it. I don't know.
Let me ask you, Chad, what size is that shirt right now?
This is a large. All my shirts are large, but this is like this shirt just makes you.
Yeah, that is an Under Armour, right? You John Danaher in it right now.
No, it's I don't know. It's like it's a Target brand, but
it's like a Johnny Curly shirt, dude. Like I could see
Johnny 100% a Johnny Curly shirt. That's what I was. That's exactly what I'm going for. Thank you.
If you had some short shorts on right now, you'd be wearing the Johnny outfit, like little higher. There you go. That's the Johnny outfit.
I don't need jiu-jitsu. No one can tap me.
I remember telling me and Johnny and Greg and Stewie all were in Tahoe one time, and fucking Johnny was all into these shorts he got from the military. They're called Sophies. So girls, if you're out there and you fucking know what Sophies are, like I'm sure you do. And Johnny's wearing them, and he's like, "Yeah, Greg, I gotta get you a pair of Sophies, man. These things are like the shit in the military. They like it's all I wear when I work out. Like I don't even wear a shirt. I just walk into the gym in my Sophies and get them all sweaty and." Like he's just describing these shorts and he's wearing them and they are like fucking Daisy Dukes, bro. Like fucking girl, like workout shorts. So like years later, I'm talking to Amanda and I'm like, yeah, you ever heard of these shorts called Sophies? And she's like, yeah, all the girls in high school wore them for their gym shorts. Like, I guess they were like super short. So it was the thing, but Johnny wears them in the military. So yeah, that's my Sophie story. But yeah, we made him open the door for room service and he was just wearing his Sophies with no fucking underwear on. And you could see like the whole shape of his dick. And the room service dude was like hella uncomfortable. It was awesome.
That's what I always made the joke. Like Johnny's like just this model that walks around. You know what I mean? And he's just like smiling and shit. It's like like no one's taking pictures, bro.
They
Like,
should
you know
be.
what I'm saying? Stop posing, and then, I guess that's what happens when you just like take care of your body and have proper posture all the time. I don't know.
I have a picture. I have a picture on my phone of Johnny, like basically like consoling you.
Damn.
Yeah, you're white as fuck.
Why?
It was basically a picture of Johnny consoling you at Finn's when you were about to pass out after the Abs for Dave contest. He's
That
like,
was one of the worst feelings of my life, bro.
describe it.
Well, okay, so
Fans want to know.
okay, let's just for sometimes I take things a little too far. Sometimes.
All the time.
And, I was pretty deep into that one. And I wanted to make sure that I was eating and drinking beer prior to the weigh-ins just for a mental, not, not fighting or nothing, but I just wanted to like look at how casual. So I literally like an hour and not just the night before where I sweat out like 10 pounds. Then I wasn't technically like cutting weight, but I was. So I literally like an hour and a half before I got there, I was down to like 194 when I walked out of the gym.
You only had to
Right?
be
Like,
210 or 2. Whoa.
damn,
Whoa, is that a bat?
fucking goddamn bat-sized moth, bro. Fucking with me.
Oh yeah, even
God,
Anthony Garcia is saying Chad looks like he's in some fucking good shape right now. Everyone's
thanks, bro.
noticing, bro. Like, I mean, tell them who you're sponsored by.
What's up?
Tell them who you're
Anthony
sponsored by.
Zuniga, bro. Yeah, I'm fucking sponsored by fucking Granite Works. You know what I'm saying? USA GraniteWorks.com, 1337 Bridge Street, 509-758-0383. Check us out. You know what I'm saying?
Sensei Eric today looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, you and Chad are doing your thing." Talking about our podcast. Like I see you and Chad do your thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking about that.
No, that's what when I go to Elk River, dude, like the people they see mine and Victoria's all the time, they're like, we love yours and Victoria's thing that you do. Like that's what they all say. That thing you do, the thing.
Speaking of Queen's Take, I am missing Queen's Take. I haven't seen it in a few weeks.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You got to blame her because I've been trying to get her. I'm like, babe, we got to go out. We'll be back this week for sure. I've been sick for like 2 weeks. Like I was able to work and everything.
There's a fight coming up, bro. You have to be back.
Oh yeah, I know the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? We're
big one.
We're ready to go, baby. But yeah, it was it's been fun. Fuck, what were we just talking about? Fuck. I just totally had a brain fart, bro.
We were talking about your shirts, how tight they are. Talking about Johnny. We're talking about you being sponsored.
Yeah, but we skipped. The sponsor was like a joke when Anthony Garcia said Chad looked like he's in shape. We were talking about something before that. Fuck, goddamn. I don't know, man.
That's how it goes, man. This
that's how it goes.
Has no rhyme or reason. I'm a few cocktails in.
That's what I'm saying. I keep drinking more wine. I went in, dude. I brought out this bottle, and then I was sitting here, and you said, I'm looking. I try to get my setup going. And then I'm like, all right, you're gonna be a little bit. I said, I'm gonna go and grab that fucking second bottle of wine because I feel like I'm gonna crack it. I just seen that Mayweather or Logan. Well,
is that this weekend?
That's tomorrow, Sunday. It's on a fucking Sunday, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not a real fight, is it?
It's an exhibition boxing bout. So, one, I don't get how Logan Paul weighed in at 189.5. I thought he was a bigger guy than that. I thought Logan Paul was like 220 or something at least.
So what's the weight difference?
35 pounds or something. Wait, it was 155 to 189. Yeah. So yeah, like
so there's a 30-pound weight difference.
35-pound weight difference.
And that is cool in an exhibition fight.
Yeah, because it's not like real sanction. Anytime you go exhibition, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want.
Really? Even weight classes like that. Like no one's gonna step in and be like, that is absurd.
Well, you're not supposed to like knock each other out. Like, you're not supposed to like
What are the rules of an exhibition, Chad? Give me the breakdown, like the unwritten or written rules, if you know them
All
all.
right. So an exhibition bout is just a cop out. Okay. A cop out to not have a commission involved. And
Yes.
then what they say is like, oh yeah, Logan is fucking ripped, but he looks good and he looks in shape and he really trains his ass off.
He looks like Chad
But
right
so
now.
in exhibition bout, now he's in a little better shape, but I'm walking 215. But he so an exhibition bout, basically what they'll do is like, okay, you cannot technically, you're not even supposed to have a winner or real judges.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. Like you can always just call it a draw. Like that's what the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, they call a draw. Like, but part of it was sanctioned, and then there was an exhibition bout. So that's the
So
funny thing about
no,
it too
but
is you can have sanctioned fights and then an exhibition bout, which is just for entertainment. So you're not supposed to. It's going to be a glove size. Like you can't wear the smallest gloves. Then there used to be like you had to wear headgear, but there's been stuff proven that headgear is more dangerous. So then they're like, okay, we're not. It's just a total like toying with the rules. But the main point is it's not supposed to be a fight. And I think that the big deal is obviously it can't count on your record, pro or amateur. Like it's not on your record. It's just a sparring match, it's an exhibition. It's just for fun.
do you think if
So
Floyd loses, it changes his um
nah. If
anything?
Floyd did lose, no matter how legit, I mean, it didn't matter if Logan Paul slept him. Everyone's just going to say that it was a flop for money.
Do you think that Logan Paul is going out there to try to sleep him? Like, is that cool in an exhibition fight? Because I'm thinking back to Mayweather versus Takashini or whatever the fuck he did in Japan. He knocked that fool the fuck out.
I gotta fix my fucking pants, bro.
Your dick flopping out?
Rory was fucking all sucked up, like, um, so I mean, no, you can go out there to knock him out. You're just not quote unquote supposed to. Like, basically, if you knocked him out, you'd be DQ'd and nobody would win. They wouldn't like,
Well, that's
but
no fun.
nobody wins anyway, right? Like
Yeah.
that's so it's just stupid. Like they can still go out there. I believe they're going to go out there and fight. I believe that Mayweather would love to sleep Logan Paul, but that's not his style. And I think that Logan Paul would love to. I don't know if you're in Logan Paul's shoes. It's confusing. Do you really want to knock Floyd Mayweather out? Like, I think he's such a true at heart a fan of the sport and boxing that he's a big fucking fan of Mayweather. But what's up, Jay? Is he hopping on or what?
Oh, it's not letting him in.
It's Dave, Jay. I gotta tell you, he's not letting you in, bro. He ain't gonna let you take the show over. That's what it is. I'm gonna get you on the journey, Jason. But you host, Jason. I'll give you my Facebook sign in, and you host, Jason. But we'll do a journey episode.
Our boy Nate Diaz is fighting on this upcoming card, dude. I'm really excited about that. That's the reschedule of Leon Edwards and that fight, man. Leon Edwards is no fucking walkthrough opponent. Like that fool is a fucking dangerous motherfucker. Like he'll stab you in the eye with his fucking thumb. Like whatever he has to do to win, right?
Well, the crazy thing is that Leon Edwards is fighting, progressing, going up in the ranks, been a legit 170er, and Nate has been sidelined for a long time. And what his last fight was Jorge Masvidal, right?
Yeah, it was the
and
BMF title.
That was 170, so maybe he's kept the weight. But I mean, Masvidal's, I mean, it's a hell of a fight to come out to. But Nate's not gonna fight a nobody. Nate, you can't give Nate Diaz some guy that's lower in the rankings. Like, it's a very dangerous fight for Nate, but dude, Nate pulls it off all the time. Like, especially these
types of fights are the ones that he pulls off right here.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like Connor, even though Connor was catching him, but then he wears, and Nate's just really good at actually like that style of fighting. Like, like Masvidal pieced him up, but I think that stylistically, I don't think that Leon compares to Masvidal, and like the fact that Masvidal is like recklessly throwing straight 1-2s
Yeah.
versus Leon, who's going to be more fundamentally sound, I guess. And then Nate does good with like fundamentally sound fighters and disrupting them,
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean this fight is very, very interesting for both of them. Like, I mean, if Leon Edwards loses, he really lost to somebody who hasn't won too many fights at 170. You know,
yeah, I kept
it's a
saying,
big
hey, he fought
risk.
a fucking 170 or he never fought at 170, but I forgot he did like a small
Little run. He did like
fight
2 or 3
run.
fights, right?
Yeah.
Um,
But
the
I
Irish
mean,
hand
even
grenade.
and even his frame, like now he looks like he did put on more muscle, but he always at 170, it just looked like he just didn't cut weight and was still like kind of soft.
Yeah.
So I mean, but now, he has been like hitting weights more even with his training. So I don't know, man. I don't think you can ever fucking count Nate out. Like
No. You know,
ever.
you can't even ever count out Nick, man. He looks like he is in some of the best shape right now that I've ever fucking seen him in. Like,
I would love to see like Nick come back like wholeheartedly dedicated, because you got to figure before where he was at when he was going, like they weren't getting paid like they are now.
no.
And he hated fighting, but it was the only way to make money. And he was getting paid decent money, but still nothing like up
Nothing,
there.
dude.
Like so to come back now, like knowing that he's getting paid good and watching like his brother do well and watching the level of other people, like I don't know, man. If Nick can come back like focused and dialed in and age truly hasn't bitten him, then fuck, dude. I see his style right now blending in really good.
Oh yeah.
Like
At a couple different weight classes too. Like he could fight
yeah.
170, 85. I mean, either one of those, like if he really wanted to. I think 85 is more suitable for a guy of his age. Don't cut the weight to get to 70. No point. You proved your career. Everyone has respect for you.
There's so many fun fights at 185 for him. Like, the 185 class right now isn't like wrestler based.
Yeah.
So there's you know what I mean? The
It's
185
more striking. Yeah.
they're all like mainly striking, and like
I think he matches up well against Adesanya, man. His jiu-jitsu's way heads and tails above his.
His fucking chin, bro. He's willing to trade. So like he's gonna catch Adesanya when Adesanya catches him, and but Nick's numbers would be his output would be way more, which would wear on you, and then dog, if they fall down together, Nick's gonna wrap them up. I mean, Nick was famous for that. Like that was his weakness was his strength. Like, I don't give a fuck about wrestling because you take me down, I'm gonna submit you. Yeah. But you got guys like GSP that like controlled him.
Yeah.
And prevented that. But Adesanya ain't that dude.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that fight goes similar to how Anderson Silva, Nick Diaz went, where Nick wasn't afraid to strike with him, and Anderson was even more hesitant than anybody, right? Like in that fight.
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole thing, is that I think that Anderson knew that if he started to open up more and more and more, that Nick, they were going to be in range. That's the whole thing with Nick. If you're in range, like that's how Condit outpointed him, kicking him, circling, bouncing off, kicking him, circling, bouncing off. Anderson Silva was really like kind of more of a point thing. But if you actually you hang out in that pocket for any amount of time with Nick, you got a lot of numbers coming in. You got that Holloway versus Calvin Kattar type of pace coming at you.
Oh yeah.
And that's what, and that's what I you don't know. We haven't seen Nick in so long, but I would have to think that, damn, man, like motivation wise, getting paid is going in there. And look at that motherfucker stepping up to the mic, to the plate, dog.
We finally let him in.
Why does his setup look so fucking sick and professional? Like he is definitely fucking.
He's invested into it. I'll tell you that.
He's doing this for a living, bro. God damn. I can't hear him though.
We can't hear a word you're saying.
He looks so jacked. That looks like the best intro ever.
Oh my gosh, he's muting himself.
Talk.
No, it ain't happening, man. It ain't happening, Jack. This is fucked up. Jay, I gotta believe Dave's fucking with you, man. Like he's like, okay, I'll bring you on the video, but I'm not gonna put your sound out there.
He can't figure out he had the hell of a time getting in here, and now ever since then,
It's not you, Jay. It's Be Live, bro. It's this fucking program, dog. We gotta fucking scapegoat this shit.
It works fast.
Boom. Yo, there he is.
Boom, bitches.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
No, you don't?
I do.
All right. Dave was
Dude,
fucking
why-
with me. You little bitch.
Your sound is so perfect. I'm getting that mic.
Oh, this mic is the shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's up, guys?
Yeah.
So now we could talk about all this shit that you guys been talking about, like Bobby and I going to fucking Minnesota and fucking all that shit, and you know the event and Chad not being there on stage, like Bobby and presenting, just oh my goodness. And
Jay,
then I heard about the Jake Paul fight. I want in on this.
Yeah.
Jay,
Fuck,
I heard in Minnesota you were near death at a certain point in that trip.
Yeah, I
What-
was. So
what
let me
happened?
tell you the story. So I don't know. I don't know if it was food poisoning, a bug in my stomach, or what it was, but let me tell you, thank God they have mobile IVs. I'll tell you that, because I am not going to a fucking hospital right now with COVID and shit, and especially in freaking Minnesota. But yeah, I called for a mobile IV to come to our Airbnb and to come give me some freaking IV,
Dog,
man.
That's
Some
the most
liquid.
badass. That's the most badass sick move I've ever heard in my fucking life, dog. You just gave me something to think about. Like I'm gonna be sick at home calling a fucking IV in now.
Yeah. I mean, whew, it was a lifesaver. I'll tell you, but the ride on the plane yesterday, I don't know if I got a fucked up stomach. Like I can't ride a roller coaster. I ride one roller. I love roller coasters, but one roller coaster will fuck me up all day. Like I am vomiting. I got vertigo. I'm dizzy, but I always do it. So I think the airplane really fucked me up and it kind of freaked Bobby out yesterday. But beforehand, I think it was just so humid in where we were that I think I just got dehydrated.
Dude, I'll tell you this. I don't know if you've had a problem, but I'm gonna tell you, every time that I traveled, bro, my dad's the one that pointed it out to me. So when I started traveling for work a bunch, and there was a while where I just go 2 to 3 weeks to each place, I get fucking sick every fucking time, dude. Like I'd go to a new spot and he goes, Bub, it's between the water, the air. He's like, I don't know if you noticed, because I come back, I'm sick. And then he's like, it's every time you travel. I'm like, what? And that's what he would tell me, from changing altitudes to different pollens when you land to different waters that you shower with. Dude, I started paying attention. Like you go to these hotels, bro, and depending on which, like you're in an Airbnb, but different like extended stays that I'd be in and shit, bro, like the water would smell funny. Like I don't know if anybody, the most extreme example I could ever fucking say is if anybody's ever been to Hanford, okay? Because fucking Hanford has,
Where's that at?
dude, straight, it's down there in like, okay, they call it Central California, but it's kind of like by Fresno and shit, you know, south.
Oh, bumfuck
But-
nowhere.
Bumfuck nowhere, and there's sulfur.
By
in all the
Visalia.
Yes, there's sulfur in all the water, bro. So you get a fountain drink and the ice, right, is made from that water, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this water? And you're like, you go and you talk to the employees, and they're like, what are you talking about? I don't smell anything. And then you look at them, and you're like, oh my God, this is a water issue with inbreeding. This is what I'm looking at right now. Like, you guys are all fucking each other, drinking this fucking sulfur water, and you have no idea that you're being poisoned. Like, but I'm not even shitting you, bro. We did 2 different Foot Lockers in Hanford, and we just would drink bottled water from then on. And when you turn the water on, like in the shower in the hotels, in the fucking fountains, it would, if you let it sit and then like drained it, you'd see like the yellow residue. But it's all the sulfur from the farm fields, I guess, running into your gate. I don't know, bro. But anyway, That's what I'm saying. Fucking different cities, bro. Fucked up people and water. That's my excuse.
Oh, I know what you're saying, dude. So talking about the event, I know you guys were talking about it earlier. Chad, are you going to the next one or what?
Dude, I would love the opportunity. I'll go.
Well, you're more than welcome. You're
Let's do it.
invited. This is your
Tell 'em.
invite. And we got
All right.
Weldon Long that's going to be training with me. So that's going to be cool. And the Iceman Flava Dave.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, man. What you're doing is beautiful, brother. Like I was telling Dave, I said, I'm a fan, man. Your persistence, your faith, your dedication, belief in yourself, and fucking putting it out there, baby. Fuck killing the game.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you have drive, purpose, and a why and dedication and consistency, no one could fuck with you.
See, maybe that's what I'm fucking up, bro. I never know why. I just do it all.
Yeah. You got to figure out your why.
You
though.
have a why,
Yeah.
Chad, but you haven't toned into it. You haven't really looked at it and been like, this is the reason I fucking wake up every day.
I'll tell you, Bobby's a whole new man after these last 2 trainings.
He is. I talked to him today. He's a whole new man. Fucking.
I
completely
can't
changed his
imagine.
life.
I do want to see what you got going on. I was one event that I went to that changed my life. I went. Victoria worked for. She was Vic Delgado's secretary there, who owned that several of those counties of Dale Carnegie. So he was part of working for him. He gave her the course. It was like a 13-week course or whatever it was. But I went in there to her first class. And they took everybody in front of the stage and they all had to stand up and do a speech. Like all their employees were sent there. Nervous as fuck. 13 weeks later for her graduation, I went back. All those people fucking were totally different people, bro. Totally different. And I couldn't believe that was the first time I seen something like that work. Cause I thought you ain't helping any of these. I don't give a fuck what you do with these people. They're not going to fucking turn into public speakers. Well, I was fucking made a fool of. Week 13. That said, I did give a speech at the end, killed it. They all thought I graduated the program, did not.
And did not.
Yeah, thought I was a salesman for a living. I'm like, no, I hang drywall. So that one stuck with me forever. So I'd love to see what
but Chad, you're an entrepreneur at heart, dude, because not only do you dry hang wall or hang drywall, fucking tongue twister, Dave, say that.
Hang drywall.
Okay, fuck you. Okay. Anyways, all right. So, hanging drywall, then you got your granite business, you got a bar, right? I mean, you're an entrepreneur, bro.
Yeah, I always keep a lot of irons in the fire, to be honest. Man.
I mean, you're stirring the pot.
Always. I got a lot of cookie jars. That's what I say. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
I watch my parents lose everything with everything in the single cookie.
Oh,
so never have that happen.
I wanted to talk to you guys about Bobby and having him at this event, or not at the event, but at the training. So Bobby was my marketing director, right? And fuck, Bobby killed it. And
what's he supposed to do as your marketing director? Though?
So as my marketing director, so I do a 2-hour morning training in classroom training, right? And so Bobby participated every single morning, woke up and went and sat through the 2-hour training. And then after that, I break out and I do ride-along trainings. And then when I do ride-along trainings, my marketing director, who is usually my sister-in-law, she wasn't able to make it on this one. So I brought Bobby out, and all he has to do is, because I'm in different states every single week, right? All he has to do is plug the podcast, go to supply houses, go to companies, let them know that I'm doing an on-site training. Hey, he's in town if you want to do dinner with him, whatever it is, just get my name out there, right? So Bobby did a hell of a job. I said, here we go, Bob. So after I leave, I'm going to be back at the Airbnb around 4:30, 4 o'clock. And I said, you have whatever all day to do whatever you want. Just hit up as many places as you can, right? Bobby spent, while he was driving, he listened to the podcast, so he would get little tips and tricks and stuff like that before he'd go walk into businesses. And then not only that, he had hilarious stories that he would be telling me throughout the day, but then he gathered everyone's business cards and everything. So that was really helpful. And on top of that, Bobby's such a people pleaser, or not a people pleaser, but a people person, right? The last day we were in Minnesota, he ended up linking up with two dudes when he was eating dinner that was hosting a big ass home show downtown with hella HVAC contractors and plumbing contractors.
Oh,
So if
shit.
we were there an extra day, he would have been able to fucking market all of that shit too. So Bobby's probably going to watch this podcast. So I commend you, dude. You did a great job. But what I wanted to tell you guys was when we were at the Airbnb, he was super nervous and wanted to role play and everything on how he walks into
That's
a business and
That's
everything like
tight.
that. So we spent, and I have a video I could show you guys of us role playing while we're talking real quick. And it's the funniest shit ever. Hang on, let me find this shit. And he does a fucking great job. And this is after, because he's like, how do I like get my foot in the door and how do I get to the owner? Because I said, you don't want to talk to the front desk person or a service tech or a sales guy or a manager. You want to talk to the fucking owner, right? So this is what we worked on. Here it is. You guys ready?
Hey, how you doing? How can I help you? Good morning. How you doing? Good. My name is Bobby with HVAC Master of the Hustle. Yeah. We're out here doing on-site trainings, bringing companies to the next level. And I was informed that your owner wanted to bring your company to the next level. Can you let him know that Bobby's here? Absolutely. Okay, thank you. I'll wait right here.
So
Good shit.
hang on. Let's play that one more time. Maybe you could-
Would you accept that, Chad, as a business owner?
Good. My name is Bobby with HVAC Master of the Hustle. Yeah. We're out here doing on-site trainings, bringing companies to the next level. And I was informed that your owner wanted to bring your company to the next level. Can you let him know that Bobby's here?
Boom.
Dude.
Who wouldn't grab their owner after that, right? So we sat
okay,
there and role played it and everything.
Here,
Let's hear it, Chad.
we're the wrong business for that. my mom would be like, no, thank you. Their boys are busy. Like my mom's gangster dog, because we're not good with like, we're like. We're just different, dog. But he killed it. What he did, everything was great. And I'm not speaking in regards to any other business. I'm saying our business is a little different. My mom knows that I hate salesmen. And if somebody comes in and like, there's been times where I've been there and someone's like, can I speak to the owner? I'm like, well, you don't know who they are. So fuck you, man. No, I don't say fuck you. I'm very professional. But yeah, like it was like, all it was is like I've definitely been like, oh, hey, we're not interested, but I'm bad with salesmen. So, but what he did, I cannot believe he was that well rehearsed, that dialed in. I'd say it was good. Our business
Listen to the
is
end
different.
part.
Yeah, like we're not good with that.
So,
Like I can't
Can you let him know
do
that
it.
Bobby's here?
When he said that,
Okay, thank you. I'll wait right here. You guys want any donuts or anything? I got some out in the car. Yeah, absolutely.
I got donuts. I'll go get them out of the car.
bro, they all bring donuts. They all bring donuts. Like,
That's so tight. You want donuts? I got them.
I'm not a donut person. See, I don't like bringing donuts. I like to be a little different.
Bagels.
And no, bagels are good though. I do like bagels.
Good.
Like
man.
when trainers come in with bagels, I'm like, all right, they didn't bring fucking donuts. All right.
dude, so they'll bring in, we've had different people come in, like different sales reps and shit, and they come in and they'll bring like all these pastries and donuts, and I'll like open the box. I'm like, not a fucking maple bar.
Oh, maple
pastries
bar
are
with
fucking-
bacon.
I'm like fucking disgusting. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it's wild, man. Like what he, dude, for him being willing to do that, like those are some of the toughest shoes to be in. I was just talking to my buddy John. We were talking about young kids being unsocial, and I'm like, well, bro, like think about when we were kids, like before cell phones and all this stuff, like door-to-door salesmen were a regular thing. Like you would, as a kid, you would just fucking knock, you go open the door. Oh, hi, is your mom home? I'm here with Hoover Vacuums. So
yeah.
like, you were exposed to strangers
just
so much more in your life. Yeah.
He's out, walk out.
I'm out of
No,
here.
I'm over here
But-
grabbing something to drink. Just give me a sec.
But yeah, you were always exposed to strangers, and like nowadays you're not. Like if somebody knocks on your fucking door, it's like, okay, nobody called me. All these things, you're like so caught off guard by someone knocking on your door.
But
So-
is that what the Ring doorbell does?
Amanda gets mad at me because I have to hear their sales pitch, because if they're good, I'm going to offer them a job. Right.
The only sales pitch that killed me was from like a fucking I think he was like 8 years old. They show up selling candy bars, and I'm like, I'm sorry, honestly, I don't have any cash on me, everything. And he's like, oh, that's okay, we accept checks. I was like, I don't even have my checkbook. I was like, my wife has my card and everything. And then he's like, what if I come back tomorrow? I'm like, you know what, young man, you come back tomorrow. I got you. Dude, kid shows up the next day, bro, with the fucking
on time,
with a suit, a box, his mom, and then his the girl, his sister tried to walk up, and he's like, no, this is mine. And he came up, and I bought everything that kid had.
That's what's
I was like, you fucking came back, you showed up. I was like, that's fucking bad.
He followed through.
And
that's what
consistent.
It takes. It takes the follow through with your clients.
Dude, it's crazy because breaking them down, I had like a business consultant come in, right? And he talked to us, and I did it because John wanted to do it. But I'm like,
didn't have HVAC masters of the hustle.
I'm like this. I was like, this dude's a fucking snake charmer, but everything he was saying spoke to John, right? And I'm like, you want to do it? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, we'll bring him back. I end up almost killing this guy. So we go through all this shit and then find out this was a bad deal. This was a bad deal. This is what gives salesmen a bad name. This dude ends up hanging out in my business, in my office for hours before I'm.
Hey, Dave, what did we call that at Park? The in between time where we're kind of
hanging out.
What'd you call that?
Oh, I used to have a name for it, huh?
Yeah, it was you watched it on some YouTube thing, and it was funny, and it was a little video clip. You used to show it to me all the time.
Oh man, there's a little video where
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm thinking of is the sales guy had in between time, so he spent it with Chad.
Dude, that's what he did, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
but you used to call it something.
I'll find it.
Bro, well, this dude's he tries to talk, bro. This dude was the worst dude ever. He came to it was 4 days in a row and he was trying to sell his consultant stuff. And this dude sucks so bad. So like I said, I'm I've bid on it, right? So now it's turned into a personal issue with me. So I'm like, okay, you're going to waste my fucking time. I am going to drag you through the fucking ringer. And I'm like, he's like, okay, I'm going to go crunch these numbers and I'm going to come back in the morning and I'm going to show you what you could save and And he does it. I go, this is pretty fucking generic. And I went through his spreadsheets with him, everything. I'm like, what about, and went through every single thing. And then he's like, oh, well, I just send the stuff off and then they send it back. I'm like, you're sitting here in a fucking chair telling me how you're going to fucking grow my business. And now you're saying it has nothing to do with you. You just send it off and send it back.
Yeah, he sends it off.
Oh my God. It was the most generic fucking and he had nothing to the guy. Okay. It was a bait and switch. The guy that came that John fell for said, we're sending our best guy. That dude come out. This dude was straight up, looked like he was rejected from the mafia, fucking got witness relocated because he snitched on some people and then fucking popped up on this scene right now. And then, hung out. But anyway, I don't want to bash.
But no, that's the same thing. That's the same thing with trainers though. So, I mean, what separates me from everyone is unlike that douchebag, right? There's a lot of douchebag trainers in my industry that sit there and just teach the whole fucking classroom shit, right? Well, it's, hey, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and do the classroom shit, but let's go ride with these guys and really show them that what we fucking do in the classroom actually works. And I'm not just sitting up there busting their balls.
That, to be honest, as a witness, the coolest thing you guys do is the video reviews. And I'm sure you know that. That's why you do them so often. But to have these owners of the business or these other salesmen come on and say, fuck, dude, Jay rode with me. I sold this much this day, dude. It's like proof in the pudding. You know what I mean? That's rare that somebody can actually show up and not just tell you
in a different market.
Yeah. Not just tell you it's going to work, but show you that it just fucking worked. Yeah. So that's a talent. And that I respect wholeheartedly. So as much shit as I was just talking for the last 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? My point is that I respect a great salesman and I despise a horrible
A
one.
shitty one.
So
Absolutely.
that, you know,
That's
what I mean?
why I'm not a
Like,
salesman, though. We're comfort advisors.
Oh,
So-
now he's laying it on thick.
So
Because
J-Dub,
homeowners only do this once or twice in their life, so we're there to advise them. We're there to sell them something, right? But we're there to educate them so they can. Because at the end of the day, you and your wife work hard for your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck would I guess with it?
I dig. I like the silent pauses. I like everything
No.
he's doing there, bro.
So
All right.
J-Dub, I went to Idaho last summer, and one of the things I blew Chad's mind away with is just going in and asking questionnaire, right? That's the first step, right?
Powerful
Besides the
tool
door
right there.
knocked, but once you get in the house, sit down at the table and ask them some questions. Find out what they're
Chad,
looking
let me
for.
ask you,
Find out
how
their
often-
budget.
How often are you in your homeowner or your clients' houses? Like, because they go
So-
into your shop, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Now because we're not employing outside at all, we are never in somebody's home till we have the job. Like we were doing when we were growing, and that's the difference. Like when we were growing in our first 2 years, yes, we were like, we'll do free on-site quotes, we'll do this, we'll do that. Then now our word of mouth is insane. So our phones constantly blowing, customers are coming in. I barely get a deal with customers anymore. My mom's our main salesman now, and that's in the shop.
Question for you,
Yeah.
Chad. So how much easier would it be if they were to come in like they're doing, right? But then you were to get them and schedule an in-house appointment. So then you could build that relation. Because here's how I look at it. We're strangers at the end of the day, right? So we got to build that relationship. And it's hard to do when we're outside in our shop or at our business, our place of business, right? So to me, I always think it's stronger to go inside the house. And then you could tell them the reason why I want to go out there is because I've done granite. So I'm going to do a template of your house or your counters. And what I'll do is I'll prefabricate a couple different slabs for you. I'm sure they have software programs, right? Where you could take a couple different slabs and show them what it's going to look like in their kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. So and I don't know if you're invested in something like that, but for instance, this is how I would roll something like that is, hey, they walk in. Hey, how you doing? Look, here's some slabs right here. Pick out a couple different colors that you like. All right, I'm going to pick out 4 colors. Boom, whatever it is, 3 colors. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to schedule an appointment to come to your house tomorrow to do a little sketch of your diagram or whatever with the little, the little white thing. What do you call that?
It's
where you
just
sketch it
basically a
out
general layout. Yeah, we call it
with the 1-inch bull nose and all that, right?
a digital layout. Yeah.
So you go in there and you say, what I'll do is I'll design you a couple different options when I'm at your house. So I'll get it all tailored for you. And then you go out there and you just sell it right there inside. Wouldn't that be easy for you? Or I don't know your business that well. I just installed it for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what happened to us over the last year is insane. So we try to hire people with the hope of basically being able to have somewhat of the field taken care of to where my role was going to transition more into sales, as you're saying. Ain't happened because our entire reputation is, okay, you say you're sending Bobby out to speak to the owner, right? So this is our main thing that everybody knows. The owners are the only ones touching your product and installing your product and the only ones that are going to be in your house. So that our reputation has like exploded. Now we're desirable. And basically we're trying to maintain lead times. Like we're selling jobs before people walk in. Like it's that. And when I do meet with a customer in house, guaranteed I have them unlocked, but I'm always out installing now. So for me to take time and go into somebody's home and do that, I would need an employee basis behind me. Problem is they're not able to deliver the expectations that we have. So beyond an overhead thing is our product sensitive. We're family owned and operated. And our main model is basically, if I get 2 guys, it'd be great. I'd have a guy, John would have a guy, we'd split up. 2 guys with John, it'd be fine. But our current model doesn't substantiate very much time for me to deal with them. My mom,
So-
however, has been doing great. Like, and we're like overran right now with people. So it's
That's
not
good.
like
That's good things. That's good
it's
sign.
No, that's good.
It's totally different than a year ago, Dave, when you were
Yeah.
up here
Oh yeah.
and we were talking about trying to close the sales. Now we've had to raise prices. We're having
That's good.
to look at different things. We're now becoming a more desirable market. We're now able to say there was 3 people in town. Now one of them, if you want something cheaper, go ahead and go to them. The other people, the main competition, the biggest shop in town, now people are telling us they'd rather pay us more for us just to do it. So now box stores are switching to us. Now we're being overran with basically like, yeah, if we had a crew of guys.
So
It'd be
Chad,
great.
as your
We'd
business
set 'em free,
grows,
bro.
as your business grows and develops too, eventually, your business model will grow and develop with that. So even though right now you guys are good and you guys are growing, and I mean, a few years from now, it may change to where you have to bring someone on, or
100%, like the vision or the why, everything like that is
Mhm.
absolutely to a
Chad,
certain point.
Let me ask you a quick question. One thing that you said was it's hard to train the guys to get that quality that you guys do, right? Like that you do when you install. What's so hard to train them to get that type of quality?
I'll be honest, just one general work ethic,
willingness.
right? Completely lacking. 2, the attention to detail that we have. And this is something that is what John and I do is very, very rare and different. Now though the industry is large, what we do, the care that we take in cleaning a home and maintaining a home, between the way that we caulk, the way that I run my seams, the way that we do backsplash, the way everything is leveled. I would put level. There's carpenters that go out there and set these cabinets. No, these fucking cabinets are perfect. I'm like, these fucking cabinets are horrible, because my tolerances and John's
Do you look into your
tolerances are
my biggest
so
thing on
minute.
granite is the seams.
Yeah,
Like, are
my
your
seams
seams
are
good?
my seams are practically invisible, and I'm not lying. at all.
Nice.
So
No, that's
so
badass.
we have people, you can't fill them. Everything that we do, like, we're still impressing ourselves, and we like
That's
and
awesome.
and to I'm a fan of my craft. That's it. And I'm not at a point where I can pass that craft. I would love, if I had a real apprentice, if I had a true apprentice, I would take that apprentice and I would absolutely love for him to shadow and to grow, so that in the future years it's there. Just that body hasn't been able to come into the picture yet. And that's the hardest thing about it, is getting those bodies to fill in where I'm at so that I can move on to the next point. And to be honest, money-wise, overhead, everything we're at right now, if we kept doing this for exactly the way we were for 5 to 8 years, it would be insane what we were able to do and accomplish and achieve. But
Chad's first
long
training
term-
is destroyer words.
That's also effect on your company.
huh?
COVID had a really good effect on your business.
Yeah, it's hard to admit that, but yes, 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
So-
a different market. Yep.
What do you guys think about the boxing match tomorrow? You guys gonna order them or what?
No,
I
not
can't
one.
order it, man. I can't do it, bro.
I am. Just
Yeah.
pure
Who do you
entertainment
got?
to
Who
me.
do you got?
I was really thinking about putting money on this fight too. I've never really done it, but for some fight, this
is not the same Logan.
No,
This is
I
not
get
the
it.
same Paul brother.
Yes,
that
this is
fought,
the
right?
older one. Yes,
Okay.
this is the older one. Yes, I do know that.
I just
The
want to
other
make
one's
sure.
fighting Woodley. Come on,
I just want to make
fucking
sure.
dumbass. God damn.
By the way, you guys, listeners, they are cousins. So you see what's going on right now? That's what's up.
Oh man.
I just
Well,
don't want you to be confused.
So I think
I'm looking at you two right now. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking at you two. I got one of you for my screen. You guys are on each side of me, and randomly, I just had this flashback of fucking the matinee and fucking next to Stockton Royal and Stockton, where I let you two guys in when you were fucking underage, and
Where
Jason
they got the
gets
roofied.
Jason took
I got
about
roofied
20.
that night.
20
No.
honestly, I would
got
believe,
roofied by that girl, dude.
I would believe that you got roofied, because it was like fucking 40 minutes later, Jason's blacked out drunk, throwing up all over the bathroom. And Dave's like, and
all
I'm
I
like,
remember is walking across the street
I
from the
was
hookah
good.
bar back into the bar, and then you like dragging me out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I'm like,
dragging
Dave,
me out of the bathroom.
I was like, bro, Jason's the first person I've ever had to bounce. Like, I've never actually bounced anybody from this bar.
You were a bouncer for 2 weeks, bro, and you only bounced us.
No, I actually bounced there for like a good 6 weeks, but
At the time, this was like your second week on the job.
yeah.
No, that chick
yeah.
roofied me with her wine. I'm telling you.
It would make, because dog, I'm just saying, you were in the bar and it was not an hour before you were destroyed and in the bathroom. And I'm like, people are coming out, like some guys throwing up all over the bathroom cussing, and I'm like, what? You know, and I'm like,
oh, and then I had a wedding to go to, and I woke up in the morning with white pride and swastikas.
You
with
was
permanent
it Chad or Bobby that got the Sharpie, the red Sharpie?
It was Bobby, I think. I think Chad probably participated.
It was
though.
Chad.
Actually, Chad let me sleep in his bed.
It was it. No, it was. It was your bathroom that he slept in. The upstairs bathroom at the DuPont house. He slept in there.
I'm like, hey, bro, you can sleep in my bed, dog. And I put him in the bathroom.
You fucking asshole.
I was being a comfort advisor, dog.
Boy. Loved it. Loved it.
Oh man, that is good right there, Chad. Holy shit.
But the Paul fight, that just threw me back. Like seeing you both laughing. Like I remember you both walking in so happy, and then Jay just being drug out like fucking.
Well, here's the deal. Jay drove an hour to go to a bar that we had no idea we could get into until we knew that you worked there. Like, so I was like, Jay, drive down here. I could get us into like legit bars, even though we're not of age. And he's like, cool. Like,
I thought I was 21, but you weren't.
I don't know if you were yet, man. You might have
sure
been rocking that old ID that Bobby
old
had.
ID.
Yeah,
I was going to bars at 18 with some Russian ID, and all four of my friends would use the same ID, and we'd slide it right under the door,
bro. I remember John's ID. Me and Daniel would both always get in with his older brother, John's ID. Like all with John there. John would go in there. We'd have John like fucking where was it? Oh, Dixon, bro, the county fair. John would go into the bar, go on the outside area, hand me the ID. I'd go in, meet Daniel, hand him the ID.
Just
Daniel
if you got balls to show it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all it is, dude. There was a dude. I'll never forget a guy at matinee because I was the worst bouncer in the fucking world. Bro, I'm like, I'm not about to rain on somebody's night. Like, look at this. This kid walks up, bro. Looks like he's probably 16, clean shaved. Hands me an ID, bro, of like this straight up cholo looking prison Mexican dude with the fucking handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I start laughing. He goes, I know. Everybody thinks I'm so young when I shave. I'm like, I look at it, dog, and I go, so you just shaved, huh? And he's like, yeah, I know, right? And I'm like, you know what? Go have a good time, bro. Like,
go have a good time, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the balls that there was no, like, this dude done fucking 15 to 20 easy. And then I'm looking at like a 16-year-old kid. Like,
so
tell your Uncle Chapo it's all right.
What's the craziest story that you've done in bouncing?
Like it didn't get like too crazy because I avoided the Thursday nights, but the one that stuck with me the most, to be honest, besides bouncing you, was there was a lady, and it's super mild mannered, really. It's not like crazy, but I'll just never forget. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Who the fuck is that little friend?
It is a fucked up mess, dog. Oh my God.
Goodness.
It looks like Walter White got burnt, bro.
Let me hear him talk. I need to hear him talk.
Hi, my name is John.
Hi, John.
Hi, John. Let's welcome John. What do you do for a living, or are you retired?
My name is John Vagabond, and I am a retired agent.
An agent
of what?
Yeah, what?
I can't really speak on that.
So what did the aliens look like at Roswell?
What?
So this is what Dave's gonna look like when he's 90.
Oh, dog. This is
I just got a
It's-
flash.
it's Dave with like Benjamin Button syndrome, bro.
Yeah, right.
My name is
And
John.
He got socked in the nose. It's sideways, bro.
How many
I-
people are watching your
I-
guys' face?
I've been in a lot of
Let's
fights
see.
in my
I've
lifetime.
been in a lot of fights.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to call us out? Jay, don't worry about how many people are watching.
no,
Fucking
we gotta
douchebag.
be having a crowd.
We have a
That's
good crowd. Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, we got one watcher. That's me right
Yes.
now. I'm the only one
Oh,
watching.
that's you fucking
It's all right. I
douchebag.
got off.
Damn you. But we get a lot of listeners. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had, dude, when I was at the fucking matinee, John, you'll love this story because she was probably
Yeah.
maybe five
Oh,
years
yeah.
younger than you.
Oh yeah, the horny one.
She was, or
Oh yeah, keep going,
It-
Chad.
I can't do this. I can't do it.
He has the glasses on too. That's what makes it so great.
That's
Oh yeah, keep going, Chad.
like, yeah, it's oh god.
Woo!
Bro, you ain't got a fucking hair on your nutsack if you don't somehow find a way to put that mask on during sex with your woman, dog. It's just like to be like hitting it from behind and get that fucking mask on and turn her around, bro. And just
You know,
Oh,
my,
Bobby's in.
my wife is
Bobby?
a little freak.
Bobby's in. We're just talking about you, Bobby O.
Oh, there's Bobby. He's a good friend of mine. He's always been a fan of John Vagabond.
Oh shit, Bobby's in.
oh man.
Bobby, what's up, brother?
I asked him what he was sending some videos, man, of his little girl crawling up that thing. And then it's funny because she fucking kicks ass at a year and a half. She crawls all the way up this thing. He's recording. I see her turn around. She looks like she's going to reach for the rope and fucking swing down. And I was so happy he stopped recording because I'm like, fucking, I was like, we're about to see fucking goddamn toddler death right now.
She
Man.
looked like she was about to fall.
Horrible.
So wait, you guys never answered this question. Logan or Mayweather?
I think it's so disturbing.
Do you think it's a fluke?
I mean,
Do you think it's just for money and there's an
Well,
outcome of it?
oh, 100%. Like it's just for money. Like, but there's still going to be like a competition aspect. Like,
Well,
I
here's
think
what's gonna happen. I'm gonna call it. Mayweather's gonna win, and then they're gonna fight the little brother, and then that's gonna be another fucking 100 mil.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be like there's 3 fights there. There's Logan versus Mayweather versus Jake, and Jake versus Logan. Like they're gonna build that match
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
they
for the brothers.
know that Jake is gonna fight Logan sometime, you know. And dude, I like Bobby's saying, like, Logan Paul does have a bad ass straight right hand. He really
Anthony
does.
says Logan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Logan.
And I mean it's gonna be interesting. Like I don't know.
So should I
Mayweather freak
put
isn't gonna matter.
money on fucking Logan or what?
What's
To
the
drop
line?
him?
Where's the money line?
I don't know. I was just gonna put fucking
Yeah, see,
$1,000.
I don't. It depends on where the money line's at. Like the weight.
I
on
haven't
that,
looked
man, I
into
don't
it
know.
yet. I saw that there are some pretty crazy ass stupid bets though. Like, is Mayweather walking out with a hat on?
Dude, it's crazy. You could bet on anything now. Like, oh my god, it's a good thing that like I don't have the fuck you money yet because oh my god. Dog. If I had fuck you money right now, I'd be like, yo, I have the pulse of Bitcoin down, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some money. I got the
Get some
pulse
Dogecoin?
of Dogecoin down. I'm gonna go and make the money line bets. It's okay because if I put, I'm good for 8 out of 10, so I'm gonna let it ride. Like it's crazy now. The wealth of information, the things that you can bet on now is so fucking insane.
It's
crazy.
wild, dude. Like even in like the Super Bowl, you could bet the coin toss and it's wild. People like to bet. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, that one dude just bet and won all that money for running on the field, remember? Naked and shit.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna and he bet on himself.
Well, didn't he? What happened with that? With it getting reversed and shit? What happened with all that?
I think it got reversed. He didn't get it.
Yeah, there was
he talked too much.
Well, exactly, you fucking moron. God.
Anthony says Mayweather fights bums. I disagree. He beat Canelo Alvarez, who is fucking unstoppable. He's beat fucking everybody out there.
He literally fought every champion there was, but I mean.
He didn't knock them all out, but he did beat the shit out of everybody. Let's be
real. Mayweather is wearing booster shoes. He got his hair spray painted, and he's older. Like Father Time.
Don't take my hat.
Dude, he looked honestly when his hat got jacked and he was all angry
because his hair, right?
No, I've seen his twin in San Francisco, bro, when I had to shoo him off the fucking porch before I went to work. Like that's exactly what fucking Mayweather looked like, dog.
Like a bum.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he looked like he's fucking shitting on a sidewalk, fucking pissed off, like, oh my God. Dog, I seen when it flashing back to this tent. There was a tent behind one of our jobs where these bums would live in. And these dudes come in dying laughing. He goes, it's gross. These fucking bums are fucking in the tent back there. And then another dude comes in dying laughing because they were sitting in their truck. They'd get there early. Like, you know what I mean? We couldn't start till 7, but you're commuting to the base. So you got to be there early. So dude's dying laughing. He goes, well, fucking in the tent. They go, yeah. The dude bum like went somewhere to take, I don't know. He left and they left together. Then the girl comes running back and fucking goes through his tent and jacked all of his shit, bro. It's fucked up, dog. And these dudes were hell laughing, watching it go down. I'm like, that's so that's fucked up, bro. You're living in a tent in an alley in the back of San Francisco and you fucking got your shit jacked still. Like, I don't know, man. That dude probably like kicked a little baby or something when he was, I don't know. That's karma.
Bums in the city down there are different, man. It's a wild fucking place.
Fucking crazy, bro.
It's funny. The first thing that the guy said in the training was, hey, have you ever been to San Francisco? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, is it true that the bums just fucking shit on the sidewalks?
Yeah.
He's like, I looked at an app and it literally looked like the whole San Francisco was a pile of shit. And I was like, pretty much.
Bro, I'm not lying. Like, I've been working in San Francisco since I was like 13. So I would go stock wood for my summer vacations in plywood. And on summer vacation, dude, I'd like the whole summer, I would go work and stock. So constantly, dude, all these different job sites from the FBI buildings that we were working on and shit, where you got to submit all your info, get approved, all this bullshit. Constantly, like having to get bums up out of the way of your doors. Like if there was any inlet, you have to wake them up, get them out of there. The stench, bro, shit everywhere, every fucking day. Like that was crazy. It was crazy, bro. Well, that's why it exists. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So you can, but
do you remember that song about, do you remember that song that we wrote about like fucking watching these two bums fight right before going to your house? Like me, Bobby, and Greg stopped somewhere and these two bums got in a fucking fight and we literally watched them like beat the shit out of each other. And Greg even turned on his lights and like shined lights on him and gave him some lights. And we were like cheering him on, like, yeah, fuck him up.
Fuck him up. Or bro. Dave, remember the Elias fight? Let's talk about that.
Oh God.
So our cousin Mindy. So we had
two
friends. Yeah, we had two friends, right? And one's name was Elias, and then the other one was named
Elias.
Elias. Wasn't that his name?
Yeah, but you're just throwing him under the bus. But go ahead, I like it.
Well, I gotta talk about this story. I've never seen anyone get their ass beat this bad in person. And then The other one was
What happened?
who was the
though?
other one?
What-
Who was the other one, Dave? I
Jerry.
forget.
It
Brain
was
fart.
Jerry.
Oh yeah, Jerry. Okay, so Dave's good friend Jerry. So both of these dudes liked our cousin or his sister Mindy, right? And so, anyways, we're in the car and they're like mad at
Isn't
each
it
other
your
because of some
cousin or
shit
his
going
sister?
on.
It's my sister.
No, I
his
said
cousin.
his sister, my cousin.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So these two dudes were like fucking infatuated with her. Like they're like, oh my goodness, right? Weird. And so, anyways, we're driving and they're talking shit in the car. Me and Dave are like, dude, we're tired of you guys just talking shit. So we pull over to the park. Actually, we take separate cars because I wanted to amp up Jerry and then Dave wanted to amp up Elias. So we're driving to this park and I'm all, bro, you're gonna fuck him up, Jerry. Baba, just fucking start doing this and this, just fuck him up, right? And Dave's in his car pumping his dude up. Well, anyways, we get to this park and these dudes square up, right? Well, fucking Jerry ends up taking this dude to the ground. And Dave could tell you about this. I've never seen a guy take so many fucking nasty knees to the head that me and Dave couldn't watch because it was so bloody and like just so like the sound of it, his skull being crushed. We had to turn around and we had to like give it 10 seconds because we couldn't watch it, and then we stopped it. But holy fuck, Dave, talk about it.
Dude. So on the ride home, they both wanted to pull over and throw up. Like both of them had no fucking energy.
Oh,
So-
bum fight right here.
Oh my god.
I have to pull up one bum fight, you know.
That's
Oh,
fucking.
what?
Oh man.
But no, Dave, talk about those knees to the head. Like no joke, right?
Oh, those knees were fucking nasty, bro.
That's Rufus. That was the name. Rufus.
This is Rufus.
That's Rufus right there. The guy
not
right
playing.
there that's frozen is Rufus.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's frozen.
it says
Yeah,
something
yeah,
about
yeah.
an age
Dude,
restriction.
okay,
It's fucking giving
I got
me
a fucking story for you, dog. Oh my god. Hey Rob, sorry, because he probably watches the show. He actually does.
He does.
Sorry,
He's a
Rob.
fan. Rob,
I
if
know.
you're watching,
All
what's up?
Sorry, Rob, but I'm gonna tell a story.
Jerry looked like
Jerry
a guy
looked like a guy for Johnson. Jerry
So-
looked like he was 40.
Jerry was a good guy, man.
Yeah, he was.
good guy.
You guys hung out with Al, you know.
I didn't
Okay.
hang out with that.
Whatever.
Dave did
Yeah.
because he might have needed Al for fucking Bell's bonds,
Yeah.
man.
But yeah, that was, yeah, dude. So we're at the house. It was crazy. So I used to not realize that I lived in what was considered a ghetto, right? Victoria always tells me. I remember driving back to the neighborhood. I'm like, babe, this neighborhood changed. It's fucking horrible now. She said, no.
It was
She said,
always
no, it
like
looks
this.
exactly the same. I'm like, what? I'm like, it looks so bad. She's like, this is exactly how it always looked. I was like, oh, I thought it went downhill quick. And she said, no, it just looks exactly the same. You know, but
It
so
didn't
we were
feel
over there
ghetto though. Like when you guys
Yeah.
were there,
well, we kind of
balanced it out well.
yeah, we were in this, but so like I would go to throw these parties and like, dude, like fucking barely anybody would show because they were all scared. They'd all tell me like, dude, we weren't fucking going over there. Fuck that shit. Like try to stop at a gas station or whatever, or hammer liquor. And I'm like, that's where I get alcohol all the time since I was 16. I don't get it. But anyway, so we'd end up being like 12 of us just getting fucking destroyed because it wasn't like we needed someone to bring the booze or whatever. My dad would literally leave like all the bar was stocked from it. You know, it's
Yeah.
that day. Like
Oh yeah,
the bar was always stocked. The beer always had kegs of beer on top of bottles and cans and everything.
Bear juice.
We're always be getting fucked up. Yeah, bear juice. So
The bar
we're
room.
getting fucked up. And like I remember it was like around the time PlayStation had that game Driver, right? So like the stuntman thing or whatever. So we're all playing that on the big TV and stuff. And then
never
it
played
turns into
that
we're
one.
getting- oh, it was fun. We're getting fucked up, and then somebody turns on fucking bum fights. So we start watching bum fights. We're all laughing. Well, like we're watching like bum fights 1, 2, and then everyone's talking shit, having fun. But then Jose and Rob start talking shit to each other. And like it gets more and more serious, more and like they're like both they okay, maybe it wasn't gonna be serious, but we were like, that's fucked up, Jose. I can't believe it. Rob, you gonna fucking let him talk to you like that? Oh shit. So we're the whole time we're going back and forth. instigating Rob and Jose, right?
Yeah.
So I go upstairs and I'm banging this girl. It was a girl I lost my virginity to. So, right, this is when I'm with her. So I'm like,
Story took an
16,
interesting
I'm like,
turn.
I'm 16 at the time or something. While I'm up in my room, she would just come over every weekend. She wasn't my girlfriend at the time. I lost my virginity to her. She'd get me drunk and then we'd fuck. So I'm upstairs banging. This is when I used to last longer than a minute. And fucking, I'm like banging away. And then fucking my cousin Bobby runs up. She's like, Chad, the fuck, they're in the garage fighting. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I fucking throw on my underwear, bro. I fucking run downstairs and fucking I walk in and they hadn't actually started fighting yet. They're like pushing each other. I get the whole time they were pushing each other, yelling at each other. So they all instigated this thing for Jose and Rob so much. They want to see a fight in real life.
Yeah.
They were tired of bum fights. Like, let's make this shit happen. So Jose was like never fighting anybody, bro. And Rob was like, Rob didn't really fight anybody either, bro. They were just both talking shit. Well, dog, as soon as I open the garage door, bro, everybody's in there smoking hella weed, fucking drink. Like, nobody. There ain't a real friend in the building because ain't nobody trying to break shit up, bro. Everybody's like, fuck him up. Like, we know both these guys. Like, so as soon as I open the door, dog, I see Jose go, fuck you. Does the most gangster move.
I'm gonna go get something to drink
bro.
real quick.
He reaches down, bro, grabs Rob's straight up, reaches straight down to the ground, grabs Rob's ankles, bro. Wow. Flips Rob up. Dude, Rob went straight back, hit his head on the fucking garage floor and everything. And then Jose goes, bing, 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 bing. And like, I'm like, fuck. And I run in and I break it up, dog. Rob's head was split open. There is blood all over the floor. Like, I mean, dude, like it happened so fast. Like, it was like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then Jose's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh my God. Oh, and he's like hyperventilating, freaking out like
Holy
over
shit.
the whole thing. And I'm
That's
like,
pretty
fuck.
crazy.
And I'm like, dude, I get Rob upstairs. So this is where I'm a fucked up friend, dog. Because I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. Dude, I'm like, fuck all you guys fucking starting a fucking fight. Because I was in my room. Like, you know what I mean?
You were getting your
like
dick wet.
Bro, it's probably like the 10th time I had sex or something like that. You know what I mean? It's still
That
really
happened to
important.
you got interrupted in there a lot, man.
A lot. So I'm cleaning up Rob's forehead and shit. And then he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, bro, you know how it is, bro. Sometimes you win some, and sometimes you lose, bro. I was like, yeah, you fucking lost this one, dog. Like, you fucking lost, man. Like, his forehead was split pretty good. But then I go, the most fucked up thing that I felt about was I go, hey, Rob, I go, dude, I hate to be a dick, but you got to clean that blood up in the garage, bro. So I made him go clean up the blood in the garage because I was like, I'm going to get in trouble when my parents come home if there's blood all over the garage floor.
You see what Anthony says? Anthony bro, I left the room and now living room drinking alone, watching this amazingness just because I got yelled at for turning down the movie we were watching so I can tune in.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Muscle supplements.
Yeah. Yeah. Check
But
him
dude,
out online or in person, Yukon, Oklahoma.
Oh, man. I'll never forget that one, though. That was like, I've never in my life seen such like the instigate. I mean, dude, it was going on for a long time. Like, dude, you know how long we used to drink, bro. Like, I don't even know what time in the morning this happened. So this is drinking. I mean, they'd been talking shit for at least 2 hours. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and we're pounding shots and bottles the whole time, dog. Like, my dad used to get mad because he would come home and he's like, this is fucking ridiculous. He's like, he goes, just finish the bottle and throw it away. Cause I would literally, dude, he would come home and I'd hear all on the top. And then he's like, Chad, come here. And I go over there and there'd be like a bottle of Bacardi Light with like a half an inch left in the bottom. Bottle of Quavo, half an inch left in the bottom. Like every bottle of hard alcohol would like have half an inch in the bottom. He's like, what do you think that I don't know that you drank because you left a little bit in each bottle? He's like, just finish them and throw them away. Like, this is not saving your ass at all. You know, like I asked you my ass chewing wasn't because I had a party and we drank all the liquor. It was because our bitch asses didn't finish the bottle.
Jay,
Like, finish it and throw it away.
Jay,
Yeah.
do you remember when we were young, dude? Me and Jay had to have been like 17, 16 maybe. He's like, my mom,
Josefina's house?
no, he's like, my
Oh.
mom has wine for Banco. And dude, we fucking went downstairs and we fucking took like 5-6 bottles of white wine. And we got so fucked up in his bedroom. We were throwing up and puking. And then he goes,
They
come
would
on, I just
always
refill.
throw up
I
at
just
my house. He would
But Jay,
always
hang
fucking
on.
in the cat litter box, dude, and he would stir it up in the cat litter box all the time. If he came to my house, he was throwing up.
But
Dude,
Jay and I just filled them with water and put the corks back in them and fucking put them back in there. And like,
My parents didn't drink, so I knew
Somebody-
they were never gonna drink it.
somebody always fucking did that in our goddamn camper at Elk River. How we'd go up and camp in the summer,
yeah,
come back in September for fucking dude. Well, tons of people would always drive through, drink at our camp, go on.
yeah.
Well, we'd fucking get there all the time, dude. Bottles of vodka. They'd fill them up with water. It turned into like, we still don't know to this day who it actually was. They drink the
Could've
bottle
been.
of fucking vodka and then fill it up with fucking water, dude. And we'd go like, oh, fuck yeah. You know, we're drinking one night, fucking go to pour fucking shots of vodka and we'd all shoot it like, what the fuck? Fucking
Yeah.
got us again, motherfucker. Every year somebody fucking got us for that fucking goddamn vodka, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that
worse.
sucks. That's horrible.
Oh, man.
You ever been
I-
vice versa though and grab a bottle of water that was full of vodka, like thinking it was water, and fucking you slam it like it's water and it's really vodka? Because I've done that and it's horrible.
I have done that. That's
I have,
disgusting, yeah.
and I've actually, unfortunately,
Warm.
fucked a lot of people up that
Ooh.
way.
On
So
the
I
boat.
used to. So one of my things when I got kicked out of high school for a little bit was going to Plaza for just a little bit. It was only a quarter, but I really was
Just
partying a lot, and I would take the Fierce Grape Gatorade and
The-
put the Bacardi Light rum. So I drink half the Fierce Grape Gatorade and fill the rest with Bacardi Light rum. That was like our main fucking party drink, dog. So like, and then I'd take him to Plaza. We get fucked up, you know, like. Basically, if my dad was working out of town, like my mom would think that I was just tired and come home and I'd take a nap, you know, but I'd be fucking smoking weed and drinking all day at school. And but so my dad, dude, bro, because right, my dad's the one that taught me this shit. What, Chad? You remember? Oh yeah.
Let's hear
Hell
this.
yeah.
You remember my friend Anthony? You remember my friend
Yo.
Chad? Wimo Cove.
We're gonna come.
It was
It was
awesome.
fucking great. what he's talking about, Jay. Yeah, we were fucking shit. That's all it was.
Jay's never been out there.
Yeah, so we would go out there though, and I'd be like,
Cove?
dude, we'd go
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
every single fucking woman that we seen, dog. Every woman I'd be like, yo, what's up? You met my boy Anthony? Then he would just say, yo, what's up? You met my boy Chad? And it works, dog, a lot. Like it was that was, yeah. Dude, we had so much fucking fun, dude. Oh my God. We
Oh,
had hella fun. But yeah. Fuck. My dad though goes, so my dad's the one that taught me to hide shit in plain sight. Like the way you hide things the best is by keeping it in plain sight and not acting like it's anything you need to hide. So like I would have my fucking Fierce Grape Gatorades on the I would have my Gatorades like all on the left. I knew the ones on the left were like alcohol, and then all the rest was over on the right. Like I had them separated in the fridge, and I was really the only one that drank Fierce Grape Gatorades. Well, I hear my dad one morning, dude. He goes, I'm like up in the green room or whatever. I just hear him fucking, you motherfucker, Chad. And I'm like, oh shit. Bro, he
drank
like
the wrong Gatorade.
he drank like over half that bitch in like a couple gulps, bro. He was hungover as fuck. And then he's like, you motherfucker. Like, dude. But dude, and it happened so many times. The worst one was the I don't feel bad about it, but so the limo, my dad taught me this. The limo for prom, senior year of prom, right? My dad's like, you know, he asked the limo driver, couldn't the kids have it? He's like, no, they're not 21 or over. So my dad's like, all right. So he told me, he goes, but it's pretty fucking simple. He goes, just take all the water bottles, fill them up with vodka. That's it. You're good. Put a bunch of orange juice in there, take all the orange juice, take all your mixers, but just fill a bunch of water bottles up with vodka. I was like, all right, cool. So I fucking did.
Yeah.
And then we get in, and I'll never forget, bro. Casey Whituri fucking hops in the limo, bro. Cracks the thing of water, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, in my mind, everybody knows, right? But like, I didn't actually like tell everybody yet. The limo was picking up everyone from their houses, right? So like, we pick her up.
That's
like, oh my God, I'm so fucking thirsty. And I watch her and I'm like, oh shit, son. And she cracks that thing, bro. She got like 3/4 of the bottle down. And I'm not fucking lying. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, well, guess what? I had 10 people in my limo for prom. 6 of them got kicked out of prom for drinking alcohol.
Holy shit, Chad. Were you one of them?
Casey and her date, Danielle and Peter, and I forget 2 other ones.
Oh my God.
They were too drunk at prom and they got busted. But I'm thinking, like, you bunch of fucking amateurs, like, hold your shit. God damn it. Like, fuck, what is this? Your fucking first time in a limo?
Dude, that's fucked up, bro. You fucking spiked the limo. You spiked the whole limo.
Well, I mean, we're all drinking after that, dude. Like, but you know,
yeah,
it's all good. You gotta hold your shit.
Dude, I came back from Finn's one night. I was really fucked up, and I was like, I need a water. I'm so fucking dehydrated. And it was actually one of these times, like after a big party at Bruce's house or on the boat or something. My camera is moving all over the goddamn place.
I know it's bouncing. You keep hitting your face.
I'm fucking wired up. Woo! But I was
so what the fuck?
I'm like, hey, they're getting going, baby. That's like, yeah.
I had an ice chest at my house that someone dropped off, like Bruce dropped off, and fucking there was hella beers and waters and sodas and all kinds of shit. And everyone would just come by and drink out of the ice chest because it was a fucking big ass ice chest full of beer. And so I just came back and somebody put vodka in one of those little water bottles, like one of the small water bottles that you could chug basically.
Where you just chug the whole thing.
Yes. And I came back from the bar hella sick and I fucking did it. Dude, I almost died. I hit the ground. I spit it all out in the living room at Chris's house. He was so pissed at me.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Every time that it happened to me, I was like really happy it did.
Oh,
like you know what I mean? I've had it happen to me hungover, like everything, but like
warm vodka, thinking it was water.
And warm vodkas,
warm vodka,
dude. So I remember I was going to Rainbow Pools once. And it was, so Daniel and John had camped the night before. So I'm taking Eva, Jesse Winslow, my sister, and who else was with us? It might have been Pooh or Todd. Todd might have rode with me. I think Todd did ride with me. But anyway, so like I take, bro, this is in my days where like I don't actually know the quickest route to Rainbow Pools. I just know that I could drive and eventually wind up there. Well, come to find out, like when I looked later and all this cell phone navigation shit come out, this day, I knew it took a long time. It took like 3 hours to get there. And like we were all drinking and shit in the car. Nobody gave a fuck, right? We're smoking weed, fucking drinking, you know, whatever. Well, I went like completely opposite way until I hit a highway that I knew went there. Like when I say, oh yeah, fuck now I can take this, go here. Longest way possible. But anyway, by the time we get there, Daniel and John are fucking destroyed drunk, bro. They're fucked up. And I'm dying laughing. I'm like, how do you guys even get drunk this quick? And then Daniel's fucking hell laughing and John's like, that's fucked up. And I'm like, what happened? And that's what happened is Daniel had a water bottle filled with vodka. John woke up in the morning hungover and just started chugging it, and basically like almost the full bottle of fucking vodka. So Daniel said, fuck it, and decided to catch up. I'm like,
that's tight.
Savage.
Yeah, that's tight. What
I mean, you can't talk shit on that.
Yeah, you can't be mad at that. Daniel was always a trooper, though. Like, you know what I mean? I remember when you guys were at the arena one time, he had a fucking like, what are those things people take on hikes and camping and shit? like for water.
the
They-
Soda bag.
yeah, he had one of those bags full of vodka, and
He learned that from me, baby. I learned that from my dad. I pass it on to Daniel.
oh man, walking
That
around the
Soda bag-
arena.
Bro, that Boda bag, like I told him, like, because so what I used to do is like you get the smaller one, like not the regular size, but there's a smaller one, and that's what I used to put in my pants. And I have the front of the Boda bag come up, and it would just look like you're tucking a heart on, basically, right? And like in the back though, it looks like you got a turd. You know what I'm saying? And,
I know what your fucking undies look like, dude. That's gross. You're
Dude,
drinking that
yeah.
thing.
hey man, this was before all that happened, bro. That's old age.
That's old age. You know?
Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, who knows who's sucking on that Boda bag, bro? There's some shit going on. No wonder everybody's fucked up now. But dude, I'd put that fucker in my pants. I'd get, because I told him, like, I gotta admit, this was original for me. I was just like, I'm gonna put it in my fucking pants. I was like, they never check your dick. No one's patting your dick and your asshole down. You know what I mean? Like, they pat your legs and everything. I'm like, fuck it. So I tuck it down in there, spread them, fucking get frisked, walked in. First thing I do, go to the bathroom, pull it out, boom. I'd have a Boda bag full of vodka. Every fucking concert, everywhere I fucking went, I would guarantee.
Because there's no metal in it. Is that what it is?
There's no metal in it. It's all plastic. And when they frisk you, they're not going to fill your dick. And that's where it's at.
Yeah. That's
So
I've had them fill mine.
Motley Crue, bro.
You've had somebody fill your dick on a frisk?
Dude,
On a concert, yeah, they get up there in the creases for sure. I've had some at those Family Value concerts and shit. Oh yeah, they get all up in that shit.
Those are sketchy crowds. That would make sense.
Family Values and like Ozfest and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
Family
touching the
Values.
juice and shit.
Family Values is as far from family values as you can get.
We used to go to all those back in like the early 2000s. Me, Jay,
rock
my
concerts,
brother,
Slipknot, dude. Dave has some, dude. Slipknot concerts were dope.
Fuck
Dave
yeah.
went to San Jose and fucking has a great story. Let's talk about that story, Dave.
for another time.
The mosh pits, dude, are crazy.
Yeah.
They separate the crowds, and then they just go 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Growing up, my brother, like my brother's one that got me into Pantera, and he would come, dude. My brother's fucking nuts.
Didn't you meet Diamondback Daryl?
Who, me?
Yeah, no, J-Dub.
I didn't.
Jay, didn't you?
What?
Didn't
He's
you
fucking
meet-
hitting that walk, son.
Did you
Pantera.
meet-
You can't just interrupt that.
Yeah.
I know. I was jamming out. Right
Didn't
there.
you get a meet?
That was respect, yeah.
I went backstage with his wife after Dimebag Daryl died.
That's what it was.
Whoa.
So this is a crazy story. So I don't know, dude.
always
You
get
call me,
backstage.
you call me fucking Jack Sparrow, right? So another fucking crazy story. So I'm at a fucking rock concert, right? And I'm just chilling at this fucking random booth, right? And they're packing up, and my logic is, fuck, this is a great opportunity to ask these women if they need help packing their shit because they're walking backstage right now, right? And they had their hands full. So I'm like, I've been like chilling in that area, and I was like, hey, do you guys need some help and this and that, right? So I end up grabbing these shit and helping them bring it to the back. Well, anyways, long story short, dude, I end up hanging out and ditch all my friends and everything and hang out for like 8 hours backstage with Marilyn Manson and like all these fucking rock stars. And I was hanging out with like the person I was helping was Dimebag Daryl's, like, what, they never got married, but they were together for like 15 years.
That's crazy.
And fucking, yeah. And then, so crazy story. She loved that I helped her. She invited me to the next show, which was in San Francisco the next day, to come help. So I drove to San Francisco and helped her, and I got backstage again.
Fuck yeah.
So, crazy stories.
You know, Jay was the only one at the UFC fights that we went to that was sitting next to Dana White too.
Hey,
But
your boy-
bro,
Chad
Your
couldn't
boy
even
owned
keep
it.
his eyes open. You know, he's fucking looking at the ground half the time.
well, I mean, when you
I was front row.
Yeah,
I
Jay
landed-
just walked down row.
I
I
invited you
landed
guys
and
to come. I
you-
invited.
listen, I would have been, I would have been awake.
But you weren't. You weren't though.
Okay. Had
weren't.
we have simply done what I wanted
What I
to do with
told
the
you.
cooler and walk down to the fucking goddamn volleyball courts that were less than half a mile away, never in my life. I'm like, who is this group of guys that I have fucking
Nobody
flown
wanted to
into?
go.
I don't give a fuck how hungover you are. I land. I'm on fire. I'm fucking ready to go, baby. A lot of stuff going on when I walked in. A lot of hangovers, but stuff's going on. I'm like, yo, there is a park with like 12 volleyball courts. And I'm going to say 1% of the players are dudes and they're all full courts. Let's fucking go. And everybody's like, yeah. And then Bobby starts cooking steaks for breakfast. I'm like, okay, let's go to the volleyball courts. Everybody's like, yeah. And then
we're hungry.
And next thing you know, is 6 o'clock at night. We're heading to the UFC fights. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I can't.
You missed the first night we went to.
No, we
Old
put a
Vegas.
guitar in your hand. You fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
no, it had
and we
nothing to do with
started
putting a guitar in
playing.
my hand. This is what happens. If I'm drinking like we were drinking, if I'm
Yeah,
doing what we
play
were
the
doing,
guitar all day.
but you're not letting me fucking fly free like a fucking eagle, bro. I fucking hit him like a pigeon. And that's what I was at the fight. I was like a little fucking pigeon.
He's like,
If we would have went to the volleyball, if we would have went to the volleyball course, dog, I'd have been all fucking day, bro, just fluffed up, flocking and flying. But no, I was caged like a fucking pigeon, bro. It's fucked up. And then J-Dub walked down there in a fucking suit and handled business, bro. It made me feel. Part of me died inside right there. I was
If
like,
you had a suit on, Chad, things may have been different. You know, you forgot your suit or something happened with it.
No
I
one
don't want to
If
bring
I-
that up. I don't
if I
want to
would've
make
been
you
wearing
want to feel bad. But
I was
If I'd been
literally
wearing a-
in the fucking front row.
yeah, you owned it. You owned it. It was like that's what's weird. Like of all the shit that like, I actually remember that. Yeah. Fuck.
we should probably wrap
Like
this
I
thing up
said,
pretty soon, man.
crazy ass stories like that.
It's fun,
Saturday.
man.
We could keep going.
I don't give a fuck, dog.
Yeah, I'm good to go too.
I'm good to go. We got Anthony down here chiming in. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, we
I
got
like
a couple
it.
viewers
I
still
like-
watching.
I love what
Yeah,
Anthony's
let's
just
keep
called.
going.
Bro, I have
Jackie's
UFC and
inside
Big Fighters and
sleeping,
Daredevil
Don's
fights.
chilling, so I'm good. And little man's asleep, so
The cops in
keep
the
rocking.
bathroom and Chad. What the cops in the
Yeah, they're-
bathroom? What happened?
You were
Yeah, what happened
you were
with-
talking about how fucked up you were, and there's fucking cops standing in the bathroom, and you're fucking. You had allergies that day. You were doing a lot of Afrin and shit at the fights and shit. So you're having fucking problems.
Oh man.
Huh?
Oh my god.
You
I
hey,
was-
not everyone can handle that Vegas dry heat, you know, that's there. Chad was giving
whole
a
thing is-
testimony.
the whole thing is like I
Mormon
did
Jews
not
during the
I did not expect to land, bro. And like you got
So Chad
thought
lost
I-
it on me too during the fight. Sorry to cut you off. Go
what did I
ahead.
do?
You lost
No,
it
you
on me
go.
because Bobby brought up this point that you were giving us the testimony on Mormons and Jews during the fight because Khabib showed up on the screen and I go, oh, that fucking Muslim, just busting his balls, and you like lost it, dude. And you're like, don't you ever say that. And you talked to Bobby about religion for like fucking 45 minutes during the fights.
Probably not, bro. Like I don't know that happened.
Or when we walked in with what's his face, and I got in his face. So yeah, and I got in his face to give Dave because he wanted to give Dave a picture at first, and then I didn't realize that he didn't really know English too well. Dave's like, yeah, you don't know English like a whole bunch.
He plays it up more than I had originally.
That dude was a
thought.
dick
English
though,
is
man.
fine.
That dude was a fucking cocksucker, bro.
He was a douchebag. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I definitely would have got my ass rocked, but I got Dave's picture. I stayed firm and fucking, nah, bro, you gotta give him a picture, man. Come on. We have a fucking tool bag.
Oh my gosh! I was trying to watch the fight,
then he got
Chad
ki- and
went
then he got
dropped the
kicked out
religion
that
shit.
night.
How
Yeah.
long did I go on about this, man?
45 minutes at least, just because I said, "Oh, that fucking Muslim," just
I
like
know,
busted
dude,
the
that was
balls. You
kinda-
lost it, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I influenced it. You lost it. You told the whole history of every religion
I
on
think
the fucking
here's
planet.
what happened. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what happened. Okay, this is gonna be my defense. Now, not that I remember too much of that. I feel like you guys set me down that path by trapping me in that room. That's what I'm trying to say. Had we have played volleyball with women, I'd have been in a totally different zone. There's no way religion would have popped in my mind, but I was trapped. I was trapped in a house. Okay. And there was stuff going on, right? I loved the smell of the room. Okay. The smell of the room was amazing. So I kept smelling the room, and then we kept drinking and sitting there. And I can't be trapped like that, because when my body's not free and active, then my mind starts going. There was too much going on up here for the body to be working the way it should work, So that's what happened.
But if you would have followed me down there when I said, "Hey, I'm getting down there, come follow," and you
I was
go,
already out of it.
"Nuh-uh."
Bro. I was already out of it. Like I said, I wasn't wound. I needed. Okay, I'm gonna say this.
You kept trying to jump in the taxis too.
I was trying to go to a strip club or go to like fucking somewhere. I was like, dude, that's the only like that whole time in Vegas, I didn't see one titty. I didn't see a nipple. I didn't see a fucking nipple.
I
the
will.
whole fucking time I was there, I was like, let's get fucking riled up, see some fucking titties, man. I
Chad
can't fucking fly into
apparently-
Vegas and not see no titties.
Chad apparently couldn't figure out the fucking Uber. Had to re-download the Uber app, link up his car.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was because so whatever car.
Or you
they
could have
had
just jumped in the thousands of taxis driving on the street.
Bro, at that point, after walking 18 miles in my cowboy boots, dog, to a fucking bar, to a bar that didn't matter.
18 miles
And then-
of strips like
18,
two.
dude, that's a long walk, bro.
Well,
That's
I
like
know,
a
okay,
You gotta
2-hour
go up
walk.
the escalator, down the escalator, across
in
the
cowboy
street.
boots, bro. In cowboy boots, that shit was for no. We really did walk
Yeah.
the whole fucking street. I wasn't no 18 miles, but
and back.
we walked past every fun place I've ever been in my life. We walked right the fuck past it, from the Toby Keith bar to every goddamn bar in every casino. And I'm like falling asleep, and you motherfuckers want to keep walking. I'm like, we are getting offered time and time again. There's guys going, fucking, how many's in your group? I'm like, there's 8 or something. They're like, dude, you guys get a free table at the club, like
We
with the
followed
bottle.
Dave for 10 miles.
All you got to do is
We
hop
had
in the
a
limo.
hey, listen though, it turned out to be a great night across
That's
the board.
not fucking near as good as how it could have been.
So, it was amazing.
No, we could have fucking actually drank that whole time. We could have fucking like
Everyone dropped
did
like
drink.
flies once
We
we,
went to a
actually got
live
to the
concert.
bar.
We went to a
Yeah.
live concert.
Once
Oh,
we got
it was
there,
dope.
though, once
fucking, that
an
shit is
80s cover
dope.
band.
That shit is dope if you're in Galt.
If you're in what?
If you live in Galt, Galt. If you live in Galt, that fucking concert would have been dope. If you don't live in Galt, then it was just fucking whatever.
everyone started dropping like flies. I remember as soon as we got there, Sean, Chris, and Brandon look at me and they're like, "All right, we're gonna go back."
It was a marathon. I was trying to escape you guys the entire time. Like, I was laughing. I was trying to I would start walking hella slow, and I'm like, all right, dude, they're pretty far in front of me. I'm gonna slip away right in the chat. I'm like, fuck, they got me again. And then I tried to slip off to a craps table. I remember you guys coming in, and I'm like, dude, I got him. All right, we're in a casino. And I turn around, you guys are all gone. I'm like, they're fucking gone. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna escape. I go to escape, and you guys were drinking in the outdoor bar. I'm like,
We were at the bar right there. We were at the bar outside.
yeah.
We're all chatting.
Anthony is pissed. You were in charge and forgot about me.
Oh, dude.
Oh God, is he bringing this shit up again? I thought we
never-
squashed this the night of the
Oh.
fucking wedding.
Oh, that definitely wasn't squash. I mean, Anthony,
Chad distracted him long enough for him to forget about it that night.
God damn, I had to keep Anthony out of it. I'm like, bro.
Well, boo fucking who? I'm just fuck.
I graduated from golf. You fuck, and it
That was all
Dave.
Dave, actually. Let's put it out there. That was all Dave. I graduated from Go, you fucking.
You know
idiot.
exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that's how, Anthony, that's how
I love
eventful it was.
Anthony.
Okay. That's how eventful it
No,
was.
hey, it was a fucking rock concert. It was awesome. Bobby, chime in
No, it
here on your
wasn't.
little
It
chat.
wasn't a rock
cover
concert.
band. It was an 80s
was
cover
not a rock
band and a DJ.
Yeah,
playing
it was
good-
awesome. It was awesome.
No. And there was like the fucking God.
It was
every
packed.
bro. Let me
There
put it
was
in.
like
This, let me put it this way. Every
Hey.
woman in there dancing could not get wet walls, bro. They were all in fucking menopause.
It was a cool.
Well,
it was a cool fucking old
here-
people spot.
Here's
It was cool.
here's the thing about it. It was a great fucking time.
Hey, look at us right now laughing and talking about it. Okay. I mean, just,
I just
there's,
spilled shit all over
It's a
me.
good memory. It's a really
yeah, it's so
Um,
good that I fully plan on like Granite Works taking Dave to a real party in Vegas.
Good. We're gonna be out there twice. I sent you that flyer of the speaking event I'm gonna be doing out there.
Yeah, Dave's gonna be speaking in Vegas. Did you see that?
I really thought he was, bro. When he sent me that, I was like, bro, this is sick. Like, you're fucking, dude, Jay got you hooked up. Now you're stepping up, fucking doing it. I was like, oh, man. Yeah.
We got Anthony on here. He's saying, shit, if I were there, I'd at least bring fucking lube. See, we need, we need Anthony to lube things up for us. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, it was a good time. We had a great fucking time. I let the good
The
times
point was
roll.
when I went to fucking walk back in cowboy boots, and I was so fucked up. My fucking Uber car, the card on my Uber was expired, so I had to sit there and lean
You
against
took
the
a
pole.
pink limo Hummer back to the
Yeah,
Airbnb.
yeah, your boy, yeah. I'm like,
Kyle.
what the fuck happened?
I don't know how we got in that pink ass limo.
I don't know. True shout out. The champion of this entire trip was Dave making the flight that morning.
Oh
It was close.
my
dude.
goodness!
They were already gone. They were already
Dude,
gone. I hopped in the
He
Uber
left
and
the
I
house. Let me
told
tell you
him-
this: we got back from the bar, right? He had about 45 minutes until the fucking plane leaves. Luckily, we were 5 minutes from the airport. This motherfucker jumps in a car or an Uber, drives to the airport, and makes a plane within 30 minutes.
Dude, I got there and we were boarding. Like perfect timing.
And Greg
Made it
got
through
frisked
security.
because he didn't have his wallet.
It was incredible. Anthony, it sounds like Anthony had a great time at the wedding, though. That wedding night was fucking
That wedding food, holy shit!
Amazing.
The food.
I just remembered Chad and Jay both coming up to me. They're like, dude, this food is fucking phenomenal. I've never had wedding food this good.
I was going around
it was
asking
amazing.
people if they're gonna eat their food. Like
Yeah.
I went to my parents. I was like, "You gonna eat that tri-tip? I'll have some more."
Dude, bro, I got
The
hooked up so bad.
salad.
Jake's wedding. I was an ordained minister, right? So I fly down there. This is like a
Yeah,
month or
don't
two
even
ago. or
visit
whatever.
us. Doesn't even stop by, say hello. He's within
Bro,
30
we were in and out. We were in and out so quick. And honestly, never drove through the city. We went over to my house, my sister's house in wherever the fuck, Rancho Cucamonga or whatever.
Rancho
And then just took
Cordova.
all the back Rancho Cordova, and then took all the back roads to Escalon where the wedding was, and then drove straight back that way and then to the airport. Like, I wasn't like, it sucked. I wanted to see a lot of people, but at the same time, I didn't want to be down there long enough. So we were like in and out, and I had to because of work. But the thing that I was getting at is, dude, the food thing. So his fucking food wedding was bomb too, but I played it great, dog. And I end up like Daniel's two daughters, bro. They got full plates. Guess who ate their food? I did, bro. Like everybody. So Sharice and Adrian's daughter, Adriana, she was like basically rounding up food for me for some reason. She's
That's
like,
tight.
oh, yeah. Dude, I had like, Eva was laughing. She goes, oh my God, you look like a real preacher right now, because I had like 5 plates of food stacked in front of me, bro, that I was just fucking demolishing, dog. It was so sick. I was like, I'm rocking this all the time, bro. This was sick as fuck.
I was at a wedding recently, and
It wasn't better. It wasn't better than your wedding.
dude, this wedding I was at had some bomb ass steaks, like New York strip steaks, but they were cooked perfectly fucking to a T. And the person I was sitting next to, I'm not going to mention his name, but he was fucking high on Adderall and shit and all fucked up, and he had no appetite whatsoever. So I was like, hey man, let me get your salad, and fucking demolished his salad. And then his plate comes and he starts fucking
ever brag about demolishing a salad.
Dude, no, this salad was on a different level, bro. I'm normally not like that big on salads, but this salad was fucking top notch too.
Yo, I tossed the fuck out of that salad, son.
And then his steak comes out, and I'm like, dude, you got to eat a couple bites. Like, this thing's damn good. I clear my whole plate. And then he's like, he ate one piece of steak and he's chewing it for probably like 35 minutes. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, it's like bubble gum, man. I can't eat. I'm all fucked up. And I'm like, all right, man, let me get that steak. And I just fucking swooped it over. Everyone's like, holy shit, you're eating everyone's food. But dude, this 2 steaks were, I mean, well worth it, bro. They were fucking amazing steaks.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. When food is good at a wedding, it's almost sad because you know, like when your plate's done, you're done.
Yeah,
You're done.
Like, unless you get in with those girls in the back, bro, which I've done many times, dog. Like I'll make friends with
you got to make
servers.
with the servers.
All the workers. I'm like, hey, where's the leftover chicken at? I worked a lot of events in my fucking day, and I guarantee you, just because they call for 100 doesn't mean you cook 100 things of chicken. No,
there's always extras, bro. Always.
Yeah, work. Yeah, fucking work it.
Yeah.
Dude, what was up with your wedding coordinator all after me and shit? God, it's so annoying, bro.
Yeah, dude. You know, me and Amanda were talking, and like during the ceremony and during the wedding day, we were all like, hell yeah, she was great. And then like thinking about it, like a few weeks later, we're like, man, she got fucked up. Like she fucked a lot of things up.
Here's the funny thing. So this chick's drinking, getting fucked up, right? So I'm in my cabin or like a mutual cabin. And fucking, I'm hitting my pin, right? And Dave sees that she's in there, and she's already taken like 6 shots with us. And Dave goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You can't fucking be smoking that in here." And I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about? She's fucking wasted right now." And he's like, "Oh,
bro, it was
like she's been
hilarious.
fucking drinking nonstop." I'm like,
so I'd been sweet talking her, and then from the wine, you know, from Bob. I love Bobby. From Bobby just flipping out about where to put these flowers and the temperature of the room and them not having a walk-in cooler at the right. I mean, Bobby is livid, dog. I'm hungover from all hell, but Bobby's a champion. He didn't drink with us that night, right? I got like 3 hours sleep. Bobby walks in, though, but he hands me a bang. Best thing could ever done.
Yeah.
And then I realize I'm on an errand run with Bobby now for the entire fucking wedding, dog. I mean, my whole like is nonstop. We're in a fucking liquor store. We're getting fucking Everclear. We're going here. We're getting fucking flour. Like, I'm literally, when we were picking up all your flowers and shit, bro, I'm like, I remember thinking like, these fucking women have poor judgment. Like, I should not be in control of this. Like, I'm gonna drop. Like, all I kept thinking is like, I'm gonna fail. Like, this is like, dude, I remember
concentrating. You did great. So you did great.
And dude, all I wanted to do, like when I got in Bobby's truck, I was staring as he's driving around. I'm sewing over. I'm just staring at the flowers, like, remember when we stopped that and you open the door that you have to set these back down? Like, it was so
you had
so much.
You had bouquet, right? Like the main like Amanda's bouquet.
Yeah,
right?
It was the dumbest thing ever. Like, I had too much responsibility. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking, I could barely stay awake right now. Like, okay. And then we go, and then we went to Amanda's parents' house, and then we're in and out, and we're getting all the wine. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking a lot of work. And then we go to the event, and then Bobby's fucking living it. I love Bobby because he's like, so you're going to tell me you got a fucking wedding, but it costs $56 a day. What do they pay you? And you don't have the walk-in turned on? Because it costs you $56 a night and you don't have the walk-in turn on for the flowers, and she's telling me to put them in the room. What temperature are the rooms out? These flowers are going to wilt. They're going to wilt. And I mean, Bobby's losing his fucking mind, dog. Like, they're going to wilt in the room. This is not right. And like, but like in such a calm, angry way that like anybody around the city, I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know if he's right or wrong, but he sounds like he's right to me. Like, he's really confident about being, like I don't think somebody's gonna get this angry about flowers wilting unless they know exactly
Yeah.
what temperature fucking flowers wilt out.
Oh yeah.
And we did that whole thing, and then
cold.
so your coordinator through that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, come on. We'll take a shot. She goes, I guess I could have one. And it was like the goddamn fucking crackhead.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Tasting that one little sip of a rock. Your girl went off.
You guys probably gave her the Everclear.
Anthony, I need you to be security for my event, so there's your excuse to come down.
Oh wow, he needs an excuse.
Are we just is this what's gonna happen from now on? We're just meeting up at JdubMoneyMaker events.
Hey,
Oh,
they're
fucking
well
bro.
worth it. These events are
They're
fucking
well
top
worth
notch.
it.
Top
Yeah.
notch. Fucking
Eventually, dog. Eventually, I got to speak at one. I'll write it out. I'll be fucking. And
I'll give you 15 minutes on stage.
15 minutes. I'll
You
kill.
want more?
No, I'll do 15.
I'll give
start
you more if
working.
you want
Chad's
more.
long-winded though. That's Chad's warm-up is 15 minutes. He needs a good 45.
I mean,
to get
some people
going.
get stage fright, so I mean that's why I said. I mean, but I'll give you a fucking 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Damn, Chad, you've got it doubled just in a fucking matter of seconds.
What are you gonna talk
Is
about?
he frozen?
He is frozen.
Oh, fuck. I'm like looking at him. I'm waiting for him to respond, and he's fucking frozen.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to respond though.
Yeah, we can play
He's
this
like,
up really well right now. Hang on, we're gonna turn off our cameras and get Chad frozen on the screen. Chad, how do you feel about that? Why are you being so quiet? Yeah, give Chad voice.
Whoa.
Come on, be
Well,
Chad.
I don't know, Dave. All right, I don't know, Dave. Fucking. I just shit myself.
Oh, I don't know where Chad went, man. I'm kind of sad he's gone. Fuck, that
Yeah.
sucks. I'm gonna kick him out of the thing, and hopefully he could rejoin. If not, if he's not back in the next 5
Is
minutes,
anyone
we're
still
gonna wrap
watching or
We
no?
got few people watching right now still. Anthony's still out
Nice.
there. You still got my gear. I'm there. Yeah, you hooked him up with the HVAC Masters of the Hustle hat. Jay, while we got you on, thank you for being a guest on Sinner and the Saint this week. But plug your website, plug what you do, tell everyone what's up, and then we'll wrap this thing up if Chad doesn't come back.
All right, so go to www.hvacmasters with an S of the hustle.com. There you could check out swag, training, what I do, what I'm about. They call me JdubMoneyMaker in the industry because, yes, I do make people money. I bring them to the next level. I talk the talk and I walk the fucking walk, bitch.
So yeah, how do you get him to the next level?
Dude,
How do
looking like
What do you do? You do a podcast? How do we find your podcast?
So the podcast, if you have a Apple phone, I'll just walk you through it real quick, and then I'll talk about Android next. But I'm an Apple guy, so Android we'll talk about. Dave could talk about that part. But there's right here on the phone, right there, that purple icon that says podcast. Boom, and then it comes up. Then you type in HVAC. Boom. It'll pop up on the main screen. You hit subscribe and download. And then make sure you guys review your boy Anthony. Make sure you review on the podcast app because that's how I get rated. So I got to continue to be the top guy out there. Bobby, make sure. Here, how about this? Everyone listening to the podcast right now,
There's more people.
you guys
joining,
could
so.
bring. Okay, if you guys could throw 5 reviews on that podcast, so your friends and family, if you could do 5 each, I'll mail you guys some sick ass swag. All right.
Sweet. And so
And
hit
Chad
him up.
never joined.
Oh, he just got back in. We're gonna bring him in to wrap this thing up. Let everyone know We're out there. We're on YouTube still.
Well-
Go check out our previous episodes on YouTube. Check them out. Download them. We're on the podcast app, Sinner and the Saint. Download all of our previous episodes. We've been doing this for about 3-4 years now. So we have a lot of content out there. We got music on our page. We got everything. So check us out. Check out Chad's new podcast, the See Red podcast with Chad Arnett. He's probably trying to get on his phone. We'll get you and Enrique on anytime. Next week, there's Chad.
There he is.
Chad, you with us? Podcast with Chad Arnett. He's probably trying to get on his phone. We could hear you right on a delay. Enrique on anytime.
Delay. Big delay.
Are you watching on your phone too?
There we go. Yeah. Turn your phone off.
Yeah, I did.
There we go. There's no delay. It's just feedback from his phone.
Well,
All right, we're back on, guys.
My whole shit just got fucked up. Like the whole thing froze. My mouse wouldn't work. My computer literally wouldn't even fucking turn off.
It wouldn't
You
turn
need to
off.
upgrade your stuff, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Apple's
I
where
think
it's
I have
at.
upgraded my shit, man. God damn you guys, fucking shit.
Have you got upgraded your board yet?
What do you mean?
Your mixer. You upgraded your mixer.
Yeah, I
I
upgraded
think
my mixer.
I think, Dave, I think I got the same mixer as him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have the same mixer as each other.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's a fucking, I don't know. I've never had that freeze before, but everything else is my internet issues. But we good, baby.
Yeah. It's all good.
You need to get a better camera.
Well, this is my Service Pro camera now. My main Brio camera disappeared off the Be Live. Like all the other stuff just disappeared. No microphones, no headphones, no nothing. This is me on my computer
This is
mic.
just your phone. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason, all those devices just disappeared. The whole thing froze, and then it woke back up. Weird. It's my life, bro. It's the way shit goes for me.
We're wrapping this up, man. I really hope you get back into jiu-jitsu, man. I don't want you to fall behind the wayside. I want you to get back into it.
Just because I
Chad, what would it take to get you in the octagon again?
We want to see you fight. We want to fly out to one of your fights.
Your last fight was like what, 2 years ago? I would love to fly out and watch you fight one more.
That's what it's about, Chad. We're your biggest fans. So when you take a month off, that means that if a fight comes up, you ain't gonna just fucking take it stupidly. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we gotta see what's up. When Chris Weidman broke his leg, it shook me a little bit.
Yeah, he's walking now. He looks good.
He looks good. Oh, fuck that injury. The crazy thing is that it happened to Silva and then happened to him.
It was a wild coincidence, man. That was the whole thing. Is like when that card started too, I was like pumped. I'm like, dude, I can't wait to fucking fight again. I just need to get in, put in solid camp. Then fucking Chris Weidman comes out, snaps his leg. I'm like, what? I'm like, fuck.
Dude, that was a badass card.
Yeah, it was a good night, man. It was a good night.
Just don't throw no fucking leg kicks. Just avoid the leg kicks as much as possible, and just fucking punch them. See how you do. Yeah, just see how you do. Chad, we got some sponsors to thank. You want to tell everyone about our sponsors to wrap this thing up?
Well, Retro Grappler's always been a supporter. They've supported each podcast that we've ever had. RetroGrappler.com on Instagram.
We actually have a lot of viewers on right now.
They're absolutely amazing. I know.
How
I'm
many?
doing. I
gotta
don't drink
keep
wine all
going.
goddamn night.
But
Truly, like, shout out to Retro Grappler. I mean, they supported everything. They sent the rash guards. They made Austin up here. He got custom rash guards made. So any gym out there, if you're looking for custom artwork, everything, Retro Grappler does their own artwork. Even though that they're utilizing Marvel characters, all this, they're amazing at what they do. They create their own artwork. And if you have a gym or whatever you have that you want a brand for and you want rash guards made, they can custom make them for you. They'll send you a design, you approve the proof, they go into print, you order them. Absolutely amazing. Can't say enough good things about Retro Grappler. Small company, but they do big things and they're amazing. Like second to none in my opinion, honestly. And the rash guards, the quality's absolutely amazing.
J-Dub, can you tell them about our friends over at Mom Roy's Original Hot Sauce?
Oh yeah.
You like to do this,
You guys
bro?
want your if you guys want your Monroy's Original Hot Sauce, you got your pineapple tequila, and man, I got your sweet and tangy right there. Then you got your habanero mango, which is sweet and then has that nice spice. And then for you fucking guys that like those chili head motherfuckers that like that spice, he has the fucking Death by Kraken. And let me tell you guys, all three are fucking heat. Marinate your meat with it. It will bring it to the next level.
Marinate your meat.
I'm a wine opener.
Marinate your meat with it. I like it.
Huh?
Are you opening up another bottle of wine right now?
Well, that's why if we're going, yeah.
He said we're going still.
I didn't know if your equipment could hang, bro. I
could still go.
I'm as simple as it gets now.
I don't want to catch
now.
the garage on fire.
I'm
Dave
primitive
wants
now.
to go to bed. Dave wants to go to bed.
That's all it is, bro. He's
No,
already. Do you see the wrinkles? He's slowly metamorphing.
Oh, you got
into
the soap.
Old Man John.
Oh, Brooklyn's Tub and Scrub. What's it called? Anthony, write it on there.
What's up? I'll throw out Calaveras Rivers Farms right now. Tell you
Yes.
this. Calaveras Rivers Farms and their homemade soap products. Man, we give at Granite Works, we give each and every customer, we give them a free complimentary bottle of cleaner. We give them a thank you card. And with that thank you card, we give them a little bar of handmade soap. And that handmade soap now comes from Calaveras Rivers Farm, made from goat's milk. They got different scents and everything. They even custom printed the label. They have our company's name on the back. It says, thank you for your business with Calaveras Rivers Farm. Shout out to Erica there. Killing the game. Doing great things. Absolutely amazing. I can't find the wine opener.
You know, Erica's now making deodorant. She's sampling deodorants and lip balms for your lips. I put on the deodorant, and I'm telling you what, I wore it during a graduation ceremony. That's a big risk. Right, trying out a homemade deodorant at a graduation on a 100-degree day. Yeah, no, the shit smelled great. Amanda was like, "Man, you smell really good." After sweating through a 2-hour graduation, I smelled really good from it.
So I got really sensitive skin, right? So I've been using that fucking hella expensive $11 bar of fucking deodorant. But so Bobby, if you're listening, let me know. Is this good for sensitive skin? Because I break out.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
start
all
getting it
natural.
from
So
all natural doesn't.
Chad
I don't
actually
break
has
out,
an
bro.
issue with deodorant. Chad actually has an issue with deodorant too, and he breaks out from almost every kind of deodorant on the fucking planet.
Crazy. I gotta
curious
shave
to
my
see how
armpits
Chad's
a
skin
little
does
bit.
with it.
I gotta trim them down a little bit because if not, they get all fucking
Damn, that's crazy.
irritated.
Okay, here it is. It's Brooklyn's Tub and Scrub and Yoho Soap Co. I like it. So check them out. Also check out Muscle Supplements. They have the best workout supplements on the planet. I actually need to get me some
Those
to boost
fucking
cardio and running so I can get on those fucking run
Hey, Anthony,
challenges we've been doing.
how do I get these to 23 inches, baby? Huh? Let's do it. Let's go.
For the
Step
people
one,
listening to the
workout.
audio portion, he pulled out his penis.
I said, how can I get it to 23?
So my wine opener is in the house. Am I going in the house to get the wine opener?
It's up to you, but it's what, 11:10?
11:11, bro. Make a wish.
11:11.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it? That's
I'm
good
about
luck.
to kill for 15 minutes. By the way, you said, what am I going to talk about for 15 minutes? I'll send you a video. I'll send you a 15-minute video. But the difference is I won't sound rehearsed like Bobby. I won't sound like I rehearse shit. Okay.
I thought Bobby sounded great.
If 15 minutes, I'm gonna dig way deep down. I'm gonna get all the way into your fucking. I'm gonna go through your soul. I'm gonna go into the inside of your asshole, out the other side, pull out all the shit, bring it back through. That's what I'm gonna do in 15 minutes.
Isn't that what you do when you fart?
What's that? I'm like. Here's what I'm like. I'm like the best movie trailer you've ever seen. Okay. You can there's some of those movie trailers that are so good you've seen the whole fucking movie in that little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you 34 years.
Roids, get at me.
4 years
okay, in 15 minutes.
I think you can handle 15, 20 minutes. I think Bobby's ready for 15, 20 minutes at this point, man.
On
Bobby's been
stage?
training
I
with
think this is where
JDub
Bobby
directly.
I think this is where Bobby freezes. I think Bobby's game on everything, but the moment it turns into public speaking for 15 minutes, I think is where we see Bobby just start fucking trying to pull shit out of his ass, and it ain't gonna work, Jack.
Yeah, Bobby said, "What's Chad gonna do to people's assholes? Jay's gonna get sued." Just like you said, you're gonna be pulling things out of people's assholes. Chad, I hope you do. It gives us an excuse to get together. Everyone could get a lot out of Jay's events. I'm telling you, all of us could.
My passion in life is exactly what Jason's doing.
Yeah,
I just
let's do it.
keep building my backstory.
You like that resume?
Huh?
You gotta move forward though. Stop looking at the past.
Oh, I'm good. I got a lot of little irons that are just hot as fuck right now. Things are going very well.
I'll put you on stage, bro. Get up there and talk about your business.
It's not necessarily even the business, but yeah.
No,
anyway,
your mindset. Talk about mindset. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes on mindset.
Now you take me to 30. I'll do 30, but
30 minutes on
I thought you
mindset.
wanted. Yeah, can you do? Or you want? 15 minutes or 30 minutes on mindset?
that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be no one-hit wonder. I say I'll start with 15. We'll come out. We'll have a good time. If you like my 15, say I'm gonna give you 30.
Okay.
Next
You're
thing you
willing
know,
to try out for it.
what's up?
You're willing to try out for it. I like it.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I like it. You know,
Dave,
Dave,
how'd you feel? Dave, how'd you feel at the beginning of the event when I was like tucked away and you were going on stage and like the countdown was about to start and you were pumping everyone up? How were you like? What was going through your mind?
I was like, it's like fucking really time. We gotta like actually make this happen. Kind of the same idea that was going through my mind,
bro.
When Chad looked at me like fucking 5 minutes before the fight start, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to ring announce everything tonight." Kind of like, just all right, fuck it. We gotta just go out there and make it happen. Let's do it. Let's perform. This is what it's all about.
I shot from the hip for 10 fucking years, man. And the last 4 to 5, I've actually had some fun. So.
Yeah, dude, you just gotta at some point you can't let fear overtake yourself. So you just gotta fucking boil down and
never have, bro. That ain't been a problem.
Balls, fucking walk out there and just do it, right? If you wait too long and you overthink it, then you're just gonna fucking work yourself up. But dude, you had a good crowd there, man. Like the energy that those people had from all over. We were kind of going around the room talking to different people
all over the country, from New York all the way to the West Coast.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, you name the state. There was a lot of different states. I'd say at least 12 different states were represented there, which is, dude, crazy for going all the way out to California where we have all these goddamn restrictions. What's that say, Chad? Can you read that to us?
Jay, you realize that I'm very successful, and a whole lot of nothing I learned from books about winning people and taking from people. I now have 2 bricker motors for businesses, actually 5 2 soap stores, 2 soap companies, 1 shake business.
Boom.
I think, in other words, he's trying to say, like, what's up?
I love you, Anthony.
We're gonna start a Q&A for JDub right here. If you have a business and you have a question, or if you just want to rub something in his face, get on here and fucking comment and let him know how you feel.
This is called piggyback season, Jason. You know that, right?
It's piggyback, motherfucker.
Have you ever thought about talking to people outside of HVAC? Have you ever thought about talking to people outside of HVAC? And what's your thoughts on it?
Right now, I'm so busy with just the HVAC. It's hard for me to expand until I build my team more. Because Anthony, I'm booked out over a year doing on-site trainings, 4 to 5 a month in every different state out there.
but the
That-
public sector.
The evolution, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason,
I get
but is
Uh-huh.
you have a specialty, you exemplify in that craft,
Yes.
and you bring those with you that continue on that craft, and then eventually your venture transcends into the next, which could eventually be the entire idea of just the public in general.
You just wanted to use long
Yeah.
words.
Well, dude,
Why
it's
do you-
crazy. It's a lot bigger than what it is. Like when I go out there, I get super deep with these dudes, and these dudes go in like, I mean, they look at me as a mentor, right? Like a leader. And dude, I've had people break down and tell me that they've tried to commit suicide, that fucking like, I mean, they tell me some deep shit, you know? So I think what I'm doing is a lot bigger. I just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Dude, my goal, this is one of the things that I had is anytime, wherever you go, if you talk to anybody and people that shit on anything, is it's like, oh, why do you want to talk to all these people? I'm like, imagine going to a high school. Imagine going to high school and you're talking to you got 9th to 12th grade. All those kids sitting there in the assembly room. And one kid does something different or better just because of something you said that day. That's enough for me. That's
Absolutely.
enough. And
Yep.
to go out, and I think that an underrated aspect of that part of it is that so many people don't realize that public speakers or anything that your philosophers, so to speak, you're talking to yourself the entire time as well. Every time that you preach and you repeat and you're singing this anthem, you're reminding yourself how you got here. You're reminding yourself how you came. You're reminding yourself why you do it. You're reminding yourself of all these little steps and all these little in-betweens and where you're at. So as you're speaking and building, you're like reinforcing your own foundation by spreading the knowledge and the education. And as other people rise around you, it's almost like this pyramid thing where you kind of as they go up, you go up. As they go up, you go up. As they go up, you go up. And you just keep riding that. And as you
that's
said,
what I say. One of the things I say, Chad, is I'm climbing the mountain, right? But the thing about it is I hate that saying it's lonely on top of the mountain, because that means as a leader you didn't do your job, right? So I'm taking everyone on top with me, like you said. They're going up, I'm going up. They're going up. We're just using each other to get to the next level. Every time I go to an on-site training, not only am I teaching them, but they're also teaching me. Every time I go to a different state, a different company, I learn something new every single time. So I'm always a student. I'll never be able to, I'll never say I can't learn from the bottom of the bottom at the company. I can learn from anyone.
The biggest problem that I have is quote unquote self-made. Like I say, like to begin with, the confusion is like, okay, I own every failure I've ever had. That's what I start with. I own all my failures, therefore I'll own my successes, because I'm not going to blame any of my failures on anybody but myself. And that's the only way that you can own your success, is if you ever own your failures. So along that way, as you own your failures and you start to gain your success, the biggest thing that you realize is you're not solely responsible for your success.
Yeah.
And like you said, climbing up that mountain, like, dude, the people you meet, the people I spoke, the people I went, all these things were motivators and drivers and backing me and driving me and pushing me up that mountain. Like, I didn't get to the top because I fucking just walked there by myself. No, I might have got halfway, but everybody picked me up. And as you went, and I built different people, and they were like a little foundation, little building blocks, and little bricks and mortar along the way, that no matter where I fell, if my foundation, the taller my foundation got, the lower I could fall. And that's the way I look at it. But.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Dave?
He's
like,
no, I'm fucking high as fuck.
I said you're stuck.
Dude, I got into
Anthony
it.
commented down there.
I was like, man, I wonder who's talking and like who's watching.
I look
Like,
up to you. I actually talk about you everything. Oh, Dave just moved it.
Sorry.
Bro, it's lonely at the top if you didn't take anybody with you. Absolutely, Anthony. You know, and you know what really makes me connect with my people, or not my people, but you know, people that I'm training, is I let them know I'm a normal person, right? So I break down from when I was a little kid having learning disabilities and people telling me I wasn't going to be, you know, I was going to be a failure because of having ADD and ADHD and couldn't talk, and, you know, did speech therapy and all this stuff. And I lay everything out on the table. And I tell them that when I first started in sales, even though I sold 2 million, which is good at the time, but I only made 120,000 off of it when I should have made 200. But I fucked up by giving discounts and discounts and discounts. So I talk about fuck ups and everything. And I'm not your perfect fucking person, and no one is fucking perfect out there, you know? So I open up to a lot of people, which they'll respect.
Well, the whole thing is,
what did Anthony say? Repost that.
He said, "Hold up, we might be on the same drink spectrum, except Dave, he high."
Yeah, that's the big thing. That's part of what, to be honest, like my 15 minutes, like as fast as I talk, 15 minutes is forever. But the biggest part of it is that building like this wisdom, these proverbial wisdoms, all this wisdom that can be passed on, but the lack of faith in a wisdom if you haven't lived through it.
Yeah.
And the whole point is, like, somebody might have told you 20 times because they failed 20 times. Yeah. Wisdom can still be, maybe you failed once, maybe you failed twice, but somebody informed you of the potential cause of that error that makes you not fail again. That's how wisdom translates. And once you go through the wrong, you have so much more faith in what is right. You have so much more faith in where to go from there, because like you said, you undersold, you did this, you did that. You cannot convince yourself of all these positives without a little bit of failure in there. You got to have reinforcements. You got to have all these little backstops that prevent you from taking the easy route, because we know that the easy route equals that. The easy route is going to equal, the easy route is going to get you there every single time. That fallback, that cop out of, oh, let me lower the price. Oh, let me come to your standards. There's a consequence that comes with it every single time. Yep. And you have to not just remember those, but you have to hold on to those failures. And those are your biggest building blocks to success, are your failures. That's why you own them, because you have to build on every single fucking one of those. And those are the most fundamental properties that you could have. And that's the only way that you could translate wisdom into your own knowledge, is by your own personal failures. But
yep.
Don't fucking kids. I'm not doing 15 minutes on this motherfucker.
He wants
that was
30.
Pretty good. That was about 3.5, Chad.
Yeah, can you go another 14 or 13, 12?
It's ridiculous, bro. I have oaths that I've had to take in that last so long, but I love, this is something that I'm being honest, Jay. Like, I'm not even fucking around. I've had a huge passion for it my entire life.
When we told him that Bobby was speaking on stage, like, I know deep down inside, Chad was like, that motherfucker better not get up there and grab a microphone, because that's what I want to fucking do.
No, I'd be fucking pumped if he did. All I'm thinking about is like, fuck, that's fucking fun. Like, the reason I bring up that Dale Carnegie environment, because that was the moment I was taken inside by, like, people that are, Jay, you know what I'm saying? People that are like, and they took me aside and talked to me and want to know what I did, want to know all these things, because they thought that I was already, and I'm like, I'm hanging drywall. And what they thought, what they seen in me, that's what I speak about before you joined on the podcast, Jay, was about these people in life that go through life, and you know, sometimes they find early what they're meant for, sometimes they find it later, and some people might have like denied you and thought, he's going down this route, what the fuck does he think he's doing, when you're so young. But people might have thought you were older, because in their minds they live in this older mindset. You reinvented yourself and had faith in it. That moment, those quite a few years ago, made me rethink where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. Do I want to hang drywall, or am I forgoing this natural talent that these well-off, successful people are telling me that I have. And that little bit is what made me do what I did with Hooked on Endorphins and the fight promotion company, because somebody way greater than myself said, you should do this. And as I transitioned in life, slowly it evolved into more and more the basis of my life would be not so much my craft and my tradesmanship, but actually just how I spoke to people in general. And it to people, well, it's crazy how successful you can be.
Yeah. Anthony, just to answer your question, he asked, what's the last motivational book or some advice on one? The Green Light by Matthew McConaughey. That's a great book. It came out back in January.
That's what's up.
I thought Anthony was going to say something back for a second on that buzz. I was like waiting for him to chime back in. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude. Matthew McConaughey, I didn't know he was a big motivational guy. That's pretty cool.
No, dude, that book is dope. It's a good book. Yeah. I suggest everyone listening to this podcast go get it. And then I want to get paid for endorsements.
I really like my big thing about books is I really enjoy sports books, like books about sport.
You read
biography sports books,
dude. You like fucking sport? So you read The Swinger?
No, I haven't. I'm not a big reader, so that's why I'll take suggestions.
Dude, read The Swinger. It was written by 2 ESPN authors that wrote an entire book basically based on Tiger Woods. So it's a complete, like, it completely follows Tiger Woods and his life, but it's not him. It's, it's another character.
I got you.
Dude, that book is fucking fire.
Really?
Yeah. I read it in like a setting and a half. When I was flying to Boston, that's a 5-hour flight. I read like 3/4 of it, and then I read the rest. I couldn't put it down. Amazing.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I've read a couple Phil Jackson books. The coach of the Lakers and the Chicago Bulls. He's written 11 Rings, The Last Season, and a couple different books like that. And just hearing, like, he's super smart, like just an intelligent gentleman. Stop doing that shit. That's a good motivational book.
That's a good one. Yeah, the audio is really good because the writer, he's from like
Dave
or some shit.
Dave was like right in the middle of talking about the books that he liked. You fucking cut him off, Jay.
No, all I did was hold the book up.
I mean, that's pretty distracting. What? What's Anthony saying? Shut the fuck up and listen to Green Light's Matthew McConaughey book.
Yeah, that's what I said. Shut up, Anthony.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
If Anthony had a book about his life, what would it be called?
Or is he saying, look at my life and decide of what book I would want to read?
Are you fucking, what are you doing, Dave?
I'm putting you guys on the spot. I asked you a question.
I don't know. If there's...
Oh, shit. I should have drank another fucking bottle of wine.
We're wrapping this thing up. I have a podcast to do in the morning. I'm side hustling, Chad, just like you, branching out.
Yeah. What's this other podcast?
J-Dub told me a couple weeks ago, he goes, you need to start a new podcast. Chad's already started a bunch of new ones. He don't want to do a podcast with you anymore. It's time for you to branch off and start a new one.
No, this is what I said. No. This is what I said. I said, Dave, how serious are you taking your podcast now? Because Chad's already doing one with another dude and all this other shit. And I was like, and it seems like Chad's really enjoying it, because every time I talk to Dave, he's always like, oh, I don't know, Chad. I talked to him this morning. We're supposed to record, but he's always busy, and I don't know if we're gonna record. And da, da, da. So I was like, well, fuck, if he's
This
doing
whole
his own
story is
thing, then-
completely fabricated.
and I go, well, if he's doing his own thing, then fuck, why don't you just go do your own thing? And then do you guys stay together if he's so busy?
It was more like the end of that
Started
conversation. He goes,
Yeah,
Chad's
I
already
know,
doing his
I
own
added
thing.
to it. I added to it, but it sounded good. So,
No, dude, this is where I look at it.
started
This-
keep
Been in
more
St. Louis forever. What
business.
Dave said that he wanted to do, the podcast that he wants to do, I think is fucking brilliant. I think your jiu-jitsu thing, even if you're not traveling, Dave, even if you're not traveling to these gyms, but to be able to just look up a gym owner,
Yes.
right, and call them and interview them over the phone, and when you travel, then you get them in person. For dude, I don't know. I like what you said you want to do. I think, fuck, dude, it'd be good.
I think,
Yeah.
and I'm giving him the pathway that he can fucking go and do that.
That's
And I encourage him. He wants me to go roll with him too, but I don't know about it.
yeah.
I'm
Don't
gonna throw up. I do. I can't. I'm not like you guys. Like, well, fucking like Bobby,
Dude, ain't
you
nothing
and
wrong with
Greg,
that.
where you guys just go and could smoke a cigar and drink and roll for 45 minutes.
That's just Greg.
Fuck. You guys are fucking machines.
Dude, I
That's
live
just-
that life of fucking nails from pound 2 beers, smoking hookah, fucking light a cigar, and then some fucking guy comes in fresh out of prison and Neil's like, all right, you guys got to spar him.
Yeah, knock him out. Better finish
Yeah,
him.
and don't make us look bad. Yeah.
Anthony wants to get on the air.
He said,
He's
"Dave,
like
call
begging
me.
me
He
to
wants
call
on.
him.
Get
I don't
him
have
on,
my
Dave.
phone set up. This is a mobile setup. So
Just hold him and hold it to your mic like this. That we'll do it the cheap way.
okay,
we'll hear what
do
he
it the
has to say.
old-fashioned way.
We'll hear what he has to
Oh
say.
my God. I'm going to go take a leak, and I hope this is going when I come right back.
Just like that.
My man.
Are you?
What's
Can
up,
you
Bubba?
can you hear us good?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right. The guys are both. I think Chad's opening some wine. J-Dub is taking a quick break for like 2 seconds.
That's funny. I just opened a fucking box of wine. Am I supposed to look at you guys on the phone or what?
No, you can if you want. Can you see us? It's probably a little delayed on the phone.
Bro, I literally left my room because I got kicked out of my room.
Because you were enjoying the podcast.
Yeah, what's going with you, man? Dude, this podcast made you feel so much like home, bro. It's ridiculous.
A lot of
Bringing home
people
back.
a lot of people have a good time on here. And the guys, if you're looking at your screen, it's going to be a little delayed, but the guys just joined back. If you want to say what's up.
What's up, fellas?
What's
bro?
up?
Alright, can I do both?
Oh, can you hear? You can't hear the guys, huh?
No. That's what you're saying, everything. And what you're just saying,
What's
Look at
up?
my
What's
table.
up?
I don't have a computer.
You don't have a computer.
He has
He's
his
in
phone,
Yukon,
though.
Oklahoma.
But he has his phone.
Yeah.
You could send him a link
You
on his
come up-
Facebook.
just tell me what the fuck they're saying, bro.
Jay said
Send him a
you
link on
have. I
Facebook.
could send you a link on Facebook.
Yeah. There you go. Send him a link. Then he could get on camera. And then we could try 4.
Chad's about to open up a bottle of wine. He's putting it on the camera.
do it.
I'm just
Chad.
saying, I can drink half this.
Chad.
If-
Can you hear
Go
me?
ahead. Go ahead. We're
Every-
getting Anthony on. Yeah,
We're
go ahead.
gonna give you 3.5 minutes to say whatever the hell you want. This is freedom of speech, Second
Oh,
Amendment.
Let me try to go on Facebook then.
Tell him there's a delay if he's watching on Facebook.
You hear me?
Yep, everyone can hear you.
Chad, wave your hand.
Chad's it's it's a little delayed, so
Chad's not there. It's like 30
Anthony.
seconds delayed, bro.
Anthony, you have 3 minutes to say whatever the hell you want. live on the air. Like tell them about your business. Tell them what you want them to know. This is an open forum for you to talk right now. You could ask questions if you want to ask J-Dub his dick size. It's open forum.
Hey,
J-Dub, get him on, man.
Yeah, he's here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What? How did you get the whole fucking? How'd you figure it all out?
How did you figure it all out, J-Dub?
I would go to trainings and people would hear the numbers that I'm throwing
When
out.
I say how do you figure it out, how do you figure it out? Like, how did you figure it out? Like, you know, the marketing, the questioning, the no's, the yeses, and everything that got along with it. Like, you had questions. You've been told no's a bunch of times, but you're so fucking young.
How'd you figure it out, J-Dub? You've been told no a bunch of times. Like,
getting on a personal level with someone. Not doing it for myself. Like, truly actually giving a shit about people. I'm not doing it for money. If I take care of people, money will come.
he said he doesn't do it for money. He says he does it to help people, and money will come eventually. You'll hear it all in about 25 seconds. Chad's opening a bottle. If you have a question for him too.
No, this is embarrassing, bro. Like when I told you on the message,
send him a link, bro. Send him a link, Dave.
I'm really embarrassing myself.
No,
right now,
Chad.
It is.
What's he embarrassed of? I can't hear him.
No,
you hang up and you call me when I really want to talk to you, Dave.
Yeah, I will give you a call.
Wait, where's he going?
He said he doesn't want to do this. He's embarrassed.
Why is he embarrassed?
I can't even fucking hear anybody.
He can't.
You're sending him a link.
I would fucking do it, but I can't.
Send him a link, Dave. Send him a link.
This is embarrassing.
I'm gonna send you a link.
Tell him you're gonna send him a
if you
link.
can join this, it's gonna be on Facebook Messenger. I'm gonna send you a link.
Don't ever embarrass anybody like this. This is very embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing at all.
He's so pissed at you,
I'm telling you,
Dave.
it's embarrassing.
Dude, he's
It's
pissed.
embarrassing.
He's so
Why the
pissed
fuck
at
did
you.
you put him on the spot like this, Dave?
Send me a link.
He said send him a link. All right.
Send me a link, Dave.
All right, I will.
Oh, he's so pissed at you, Dave. Oh man, I love you, Anthony. Dave, don't ever do that again, Anthony. Put him on the spot like that.
If people want to come on the show, I'm gonna allow them to come on the show, and unless their name is Rocky Reyes.
Ooh, you should let Rocky Reyes on the fucking show.
He wants him and his son to come on. I'm not into it.
You want me talking about him?
All right, Jason.
Yeah.
When's the next event?
The next one I'm throwing or the next one I'm gonna be in?
Either or.
So both?
Yeah, which event is first? The next one you're throwing or the next one you're gonna be in?
No,
Yeah.
the one I'm throwing's last. So I have September Las Vegas with a big trainer named Joker Sarah. Then after that, I have a big ass fucking training again in Las Vegas with Grant Cardone. And then after that in November, so that's the weekend of Halloween. And then after that in November 11th and 12th, I have my event in Vacaville, California.
Is that facility yours?
It's my home base.
Okay.
I don't personally own it, but that's where I run all my trainings.
No, but that's your home base. That's what I was referring to is basically.
Yeah, that's my
your
home base. Yeah.
Right on. And so do you now when you're throwing an event like that, do you have a limited are you limiting tickets? Or are you open to
I could only have
however
about
many-
60 people in there.
Yeah. So you have
Like
limited seating.
comfortable, yeah, because I got really nice desk and everything, and to make everyone comfortable, and I want to put a stage in there, you know, to elevate it like how it was.
It seems like what I've seen from the highlight videos too, that there's a certain amount of like exclusivity that kind of comes with the event, like it, because like if you had 1,000 people, wouldn't be the same. Right?
Yeah, it's more personable. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was drawing from it. So
yeah, and I mean, it was cool because we were down in the hotel hanging out, and Dave and Bobby fucking are playing their guitars, and we're hanging out with freaking HVAC dudes that flew across the country singing fucking country songs with them.
That's what Dave said. He goes, hey, don't worry, bro. We were still in the fucking hotel playing guitar and shit. Did Dave like hit some opium that we don't know about and just slide off?
I think he's all whoop. I think Amanda came.
Yeah, he
was like, oh shit. He's all, he goes,
he just fucking like slid out of frame and then shut his camera off. Like, you fucking boy's gone. Like, he's like, I was gonna.
He knows.
I don't
know. Is Anthony coming in?
Called me out. To tell you the truth, I doubt he's gonna be able to download Be Live and get it. Yeah, it's hard to do.
You got to send him that instructional video too.
Yeah, that's the key to it. It's hard to navigate through.
Yeah, 100%.
This was good, man. I think a lot of people out there enjoyed it. We got.
Dude, it's fun, man. This is what we fucking do, bro. This is in.
There's no rules. There's no rules.
No
rules, go ahead, Chad. Let it loose, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is don't censor me. Don't, it.
Idaho's trying to censor you in some sort of way with the internet thing, but I think we're going to figure it out.
I'm not even lying, bro. I called you and then I fucked up my first guest ever. The whole thing didn't record. The next episode with Austin, with our first guest ever.
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes of 70 recorded. And then we did an entire episode the next week and none of it recorded. And dude, I cannot tell you like how destroyed I was from that, from like it all failing. Like, I'm not even lying, bro. I was ready to quit entirely. Like I was that for me was almost worse than losing my first fight. That for me was like, I was almost taking it as a sign from God to stop. But I ran myself to the point of exhaustion because that's what I'll do to face some demons. And I ran and I ran and I ran. And then I realized like, it's called a setback, you dumb motherfucker. That's it.
Yeah.
Like just chill. And like right after I recorded an episode of The Journey where I was talking about if everything stays the same, I'll be fine. If everything's exactly the way it is, I'll be fine. Like I don't need to have all these fancy things. I don't need to do anything special. I don't need to be in a crazy studio. I admitted all that shit on an episode of The Journey. The first thing I did is buy a monitor. I try to change everything. Try to make it as fancy as could be. And it just fucking I wasn't there for it.
Kind of telling you to take a step back a little bit, like slow things down.
Yeah, just chill. Do exactly what I said was okay 1 week prior. And do that shit that shit sucked. Because I'm saying too, the episode with Nick Aragon, to have him on as my first guest, the conversation that we had for that fucking 60, 70 minutes was insane, dude. Like everything I ever dreamed of for having a guest on for The Journey, the point of The Journey to say like, to discuss like all these ups and downs and what you go through and how you get there. And the point of The Journey is supposed to be not bragging about where you're at, but almost like exposing what it took to get there. And that's what we went through in like the most comedic and fun and entertaining 70 minutes that I've ever spent. To go and click the stop button and realize that none of it recorded. He's like, dude, we'll do it again. And to be honest, when I'm ready for it and he comes back on, I think it can be even better because I can have a better layout. But
yeah. And I'm more than willing to help produce any episodes that you need. If you guys are interested in starting a podcast out there, please contact me on any social media forms.
What are your rates right now? He's good. I mean, he got me started, and look where I am now.
Send me a message. We could discuss different rates. If it's a startup, I do have some awesome specials going on right now. If you have an existing product and just want to learn how to get to the next level, we can help you out in that aspect.
And I'm just letting everyone know it does not start any lower than $1,000.
Yeah. I mean, podcasting's fun too. Like you'll find out it's more enjoyable than anything.
Talk a little bit about that wine.
Menage a trois.
Anthony's saying I'm left with wine, you fucks. So I don't know what it is. I call it menage a trois, but I don't know. Is that how you spell menage a trois?
Yeah.
Yeah, menage a trois. Is he?
Yeah,
did you send him a link, Dave?
It's French. I sent him a link. He was having a hard time with it. I didn't send him the video. But
yeah,
Chad, I like what you're doing with Seeing Red. That's a good show, man. Like, keep it up with that. Keep doing it. Keep plugging episodes out there.
Dude,
like,
well,
it's a fun listen.
And he has a network. I mean, yeah. So we got feedback from the UFC and Paul Felder and Michael Chiesa and Paul Felder started their podcast, and then they were talking to Austin, and then different guys from the UFC were telling them, it sucks because, like I said, it was hard for me. They're like, clean it up a little bit. I'm like, fuck. But
yeah. That's everybody though at first, dude. If you listen to the Fighter and the Kid early episodes, it was garbage. Like, they had to clean their shit up. Joe Rogan Experience at first started out garbage.
Language. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's different, man.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it happens.
I like fucking talking into a microphone. So
it's nice to not have any restrictions, right? Like, kind of like,
as long as I have one avenue. I'm such a proponent against censorship to a certain regard that I really it's a detriment to myself, because I've done it in business. I've done it in every facet of my life. The moment and I turn it on all the time for work. This is what it is. For work, I have to turn that shit on all the time. So outside of my actual career, if somebody wants me to turn that on, I get disgusted to have to do that, because that's what I do for a career. But at the same time, if this hobby was to be successful and eventually lead to a quote unquote career, then I'd be doing the same thing that I did elsewhere. But yeah, so it is what it is.
The thing about this kind of stuff is it's best to let it just organically happen.
I don't want fucking anybody to listen to me that thinks that I'm fucking this or that or whatever. I know how to bite my tongue, bro. I've been in many different rooms with many different respected elders from all kinds of shapes and forms that I can't even explain to anybody. And I know how to handle those situations. And I don't think that if I'm in front of a microphone, sitting in my shop, drinking some beers or doing whatever, that I need to muffle my voice or whatever. I'm like, either like me or you don't. And the truth is that even when I use certain fucking words, that if you want to misconstrue them and put them out of place, and that's on fucking you, dude. So that's on your life and the way you choose to live and everything like that. And don't fucking listen to me then. Shut the fucking camera off.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out. So
yeah, people don't have to listen.
This is my escape. Like, this is my genuine side.
Oh,
kind of. I still hold back.
He got all deep.
Yeah, he got real deep for a second, Chad.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Fuck, man.
Dude, this has been an awesome episode. I'm glad we got JDub's camera and everything worked out on this one. I'm glad Chad didn't get lost in the crazy internet of Idaho. This has been a really fun episode.
I don't know what's going on, how I'll have like full bars and then nothing off of a Wi-Fi. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, man. Like having you guys on. Jay, very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time like it's actually worked out, and we've sent him the link and he's been happy. Like,
what do you mean, bro? This is the first time you allowed him to be on the show.
Yeah, usually you just don't allow him.
Jay knows exactly how it works. So Jay, just so you know, maybe you don't know this. The show's link is the same
No, it's not.
every time.
There's a new feature with BeLive where if you hit guest, it says create new link, and you can create a new link every single time.
Well, I will go back and click on random links from text messages and Facebook messages, and it always brings me exactly here.
But the thing
Maybe
is,
that's why you have so many issues.
if I get in, he won't allow me to get
No,
in.
he won't bring you in the
know what
room.
I'm saying?
That's I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
I
Jay.
sat in
That's
the room and
what
I'm like, come on, let me in. And
So-
I was like, nah.
I remember an episode where he put you in the waiting room and just never like put you up.
No, there was a reason. Is because he had a bad connection. It was telling me his connection was awful. His camera was
Let
blurry.
my connection
Dave's-
make that decision.
Dave's line. He said, I'm not bringing him on, so he takes this whole fucking show over tonight. We got a good show. And it was a really good show.
Yeah, without him.
So that's fucking harsh, bro.
Thank you.
I'll tell you right now, though. I'm getting that. I don't like this whole. I want what
microphone
JDub's
setup?
going to do on.
It's nice.
Yeah, I got two.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
This is my guest
know
one
for
right
fact-
here.
the big deal is that microphone holder. That's about fucking $350 right there, boy.
Yeah,
Might be more than that actually now.
It's
Inflation.
It's the really nice one that like has no like lag in the swivel on it. That's
Yeah.
how you know
Yeah,
it's
you
tight.
can't see any of the wires or anything.
Yeah, it's all concealed. Oh, I looked at him, brother. That's the Rogan. That's the Joe Rogan right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So guys, listeners out there, if you need help in your business, if you want to take your business to the next level, go to HVACmastersofthehustle.com with an S, Masters of the Hustle. Check out JDub. Send him a message on Facebook, Instagram, any of the social media platforms to get him out to your company to help out your staff and your team grow your business to that next level. Guys, thank you to our sponsors, Monroy's Original Hot Sauce, Retro Grappler, and Calaveras River Farms for the best eggs. Chad's got an awesome setup, and Chad has multiple podcasts out there. Check out the Queen's Take coming up this week. Check him out live on Facebook. Victoria is really good at picking the fight. She is top notch and keeps up.
Hang on, who's gonna win
better
tomorrow?
than all of us?
Who do you got? Come on. Real
Well,
quick, let's end it.
You
All
missed
right,
the
I'll
first
Logan
part.
Huh?
Logan Paul.
You got Logan Paul? Dave, who do you got?
I don't bet against Mayweather. He's the greatest boxer of all
Smart.
time.
Last time I did, I had to get my asshole waxed.
Ooh, just don't do that.
I bet on Pacquiao, and the bet was
Dave.
Everybody.
Dave. Yeah.
Oh,
Losing
oh
crap.
shit! Everyone's back.
Yeah. We never left.
Oh,
He's never
your
talking.
screen
Yeah, what are you-
turned black.
We're like, what are you talking? No.
Yeah, we just
You were
seen you
still
disappear, Dave.
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
It's been
just-
my internet connection the whole time, Jay.
Yeah, it's Dave's.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for being a part of the episode. And go check out HVACmastersofthehustle.com. Check out Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. J-Dub's gone. Check out Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. I fucked
There you
that
go,
all
bro.
up, right?
This is fucking fun, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I'm so glad that I was finally able to make it on.
I don't know what he was talking about with that. It was a lie. I'm telling you. The way he started, the way that conversation went was exactly how it ended. He goes,
This is
"Hey, what are you doing with the podcast? Chad's already got 2 other things. He's already done with you."
Comfort Advisor.
What are you looking at right now?
My camera.
Oh. Comfort Advisor.
That's what I'm saying. He was comfort advising, bro.
Yeah. He made you feel uncomfortable.
No, he was comforting you. He was patting you, advising me.
Chad.
No, dude, I have so much fun when we do them, bro.
Yeah,
I'm game.
we go
I'm
hard.
game. And
Hard
even
in the
though
paint.
I'm just gonna say this, even though I'm doing fight talk with Austin, even though I'm doing fight talk with Victoria, it don't mean it's the same with you, brother, at all.
No,
it's never the
it's-
same.
Oh, it's all different.
It's totally original every time. There's a reason. And look at it this way. This is why I always send you the listeners. This podcast for years, it's built a crazy base that's still existing, even when we're not fucking recording. So
Yeah.
there's a base here. And it is what it is.
Yeah. We're never going anywhere. We always say that every time.
If we do this for 5 years,
It'll eventually do something. Well, Chad, I think we're on to something here. I think the more episodes that come out, the more friends and family and people we know that get on this thing, the better it's gonna get. Ooh. How long before it goes? How long's that lead? Is that a full piece of lead?
That's it, dog. That's it.
That's it? Oh, that's short.
We've been cool to get longer.
Yeah. Well, Chad, thank you for being on, brother. This has been a pleasure. I love you too, man. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you all.
We're out.